right?
Oh,
But
so
what
you
we do
haven't
have,
got it.
what we
Oh,
do
thank
have
you.
is what we do have
Three
is a set of
subspecies inventing a
equations.
weapon of reifications.
Hold on. What we have is a set of equations, right?
Yeah.
That demonstrate how matter and energy
Just say you've got no evidence one more time.
determine the curvature of space-time
What?
in which
Okay.
influences the motion of objects.
Do you understand what non-concretism, otherwise known as a reification fallacy? Do you know what that is?
This is a theory. Okay, it's a theory
It's
describing
not
the
a
fundamental
scientific.
nature of
Hold
gravity.
on, my friend. It's not a scientific theory. If it was a scientific theory, it would have gone through the scientific method, where first of all you would have had an experiment, and then you can build your theory on things that you've demonstrated physically to be true. You don't have one. Do you know what non-concretism is?
Okay, I'll go back to what I said earlier. You wanted a hypothesis. I gave you a hypothesis. The hypothesis
No, you didn't.
is the orbit of Mercury. I'll read it out for you. The hypothesis for the orbit of Mercury. So, this is the hypothesis. The observed irregularities in the orbit of Mercury, specifically its perihelion precession, are not adequately explained by Newtonian gravity alone. There may be an undiscovered factor or modification to our understanding of gravity that can account for that unexplained behavior. And here comes in general relativity, or the theory of gravity. So there is your hypothesis. There you go. Go play with it.
Shame
What's
this
the
isn't
cause?
being live streamed.
That's a shame. What's the independent variable? You've only given me one half of the hypothesis.
Oh my god.
What's
Sure thing.
the
I'll give you
variable?
the independent and the dependent variables. No worries.
Thank you. That would be the fucking hypothesis, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my
Dependent and
god! You can
independent
literally
variable
infer.
clearly situated.
You can literally infer from the hypothesis I read out.
I can perform the hypothesis, so I can vary and manipulate the orbit of Mercury, can I?
Oh my god! I said infer. Are you listening? Okay, so the independent variable of the hypothesis for the orbit of Mercury, the independent variable is the gravitational forces acting on Mercury, including both the classical Newtonian gravity and any potential additional gravitational effects that are being hypothesized. That is the independent variable. Now, the
Awesome.
dependent variable is the
I know, I knew what the
observed
depend-
orbit of
I know.
Mercury. That's the
I know.
dependent variable. The dependent variable is the observed orbit of Mercury.
That's fine. Thank you very much for finally getting there. So, do you remember that I asked you for a hypothesis that I could test?
Oh my god.
Well, that
Are
was
you
my first
serious?
question. That was
Vary
my
and
first question.
manipulate.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I just
on.
gave it to you.
No. You gave me the hypothesis. I asked you for a hypothesis. Thank you for giving the hypothesis that I could test. That would be the experiment
Yes,
bit where
you
the
can test
research
it.
varies. And why are you jumping through me? I don't get it. The test bit's
That's
the
what I just
experiment where, yeah, but the test bit, the experiment, is where you vary and manipulate your prediction of cause in an experiment. Am I vary and manipulating gravity? Can I do that in an experiment?
No. So yeah, you can. I demonstrated. I said the hypothesis for the orbit of Mercury, it demonstrates that the traditional Newtonian gravity does not adequately explain the perihelion precession that occurs within the orbit of Mercury. So your task or your test is to come up with a modified understanding of gravity that can account for this unexplained behavior. That's your test. That's your task.
Test.
What do you
We
want?
haven't done a test. No one's done an experiment. Do you know what an
Yeah, we
experiment
did.
is?
We literally did. We
Did
can now
you
explain it.
vary and manipulate gravity to see if it causes a phenomena? Did you?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my
My brain.
God.
My brain. I'm losing brain
Oh my
cells.
God. Oh my God, we're only on to step 3 of the scientific method. Dude, do you understand what the scientific method is? I'm starting to know that you don't.
This guy
There's 3
wants us to
steps.
play
I'll
around with
explain it
gravity as
to
if
you.
it's like
I'll
some
explain
thing
it
you can
to
touch
you.
with your hand.
I'll explain
This
it
guy's
to you so
mania.
you understand. I'll explain
So
it to you so you
you want an
understand.
experiment where you can
Uh,
touch gravity and feel it and play with it like Play-Doh. You're
yeah.
mentally ill. You're mentally
No, I'm
ill.
not mentally. You're the one who's claiming science when you haven't got any. You're claiming science and you don't have any. There's
I
3
just
steps
gave
in this
you the
method.
fucking
Listen,
hypothesis.
dude, listen. There's 3 steps in the scientific method. 4th, but we'll get to that one in a minute.
Dude, this guy's
Listen,
so dishonest.
step- not dishonest. I've asked you for a science for a hypothesis I
I
can
just
test.
did. I just
Listen. Stop getting excited. Step 1, observe phenomena. We got that. Thank you. Step 2, presupposition, prediction of cause. Brilliant. We got that one. Step 3,
dependent
vary and
variable.
manipulate.
I said the dependent variable is the observed orbit of Mercury.
Yes,
The
I said.
dependent. The
But
dependent.
I haven't got a cognitive function. I haven't got an issue with my cognitive function or my ability to hear you. I'm agreeing with you. You've given me step 1 and step 2 after 20 minutes. We're on to step 3. Do you know what step 3 is?
You said you want to test it. I just told you can test this.
Can I vary and manipulate the prediction of cause to see if it causes the phenomena? Can I?
Yes. That's why we have the set of
Awesome.
equations.
No, that's not a set of
Oh
equations.
my God.
Science. Do you know what natural science is? Do you even know what
Are
you're
you
talking
serious
about?
right now?
Yes,
Are you serious?
absolutely, 100%. 100% serious.
Okay, so we have
100%
this.
serious
Hold on.
in demonstrating
have
that one. Gonna get shouty. Go on then.
no. Hold on. We have the traditional Newtonian gravity. Right?
No, we
That
don't.
we do, and that it doesn't adequately explain the perihelion precession occurring within the orbit of Mercury, and that's why Einstein has to come in and deliver a set of equations that perfectly express what is going on in that orbit. And that we use a set of equations on different controlled scientific experiments, and we've come to the conclusion that these set of equations are consistent, reliable, and transferable. So what more do you want?
An
What more
experiment
do
I
you
could
want,
test.
man?
An
Those set of
experiment I
equations, those set of
do.
equations describe
do
the fundamental nature of gravity. What
brilliant.
more do you want? They work. They consistently work.
Quick question: is maths natural science?
Okay, you know what? I'm out. I'm out.
Good. Bye.
I've lost
Goodbye.
enough brain
Bye.
cells. I'm out.
You didn't have
Yeah,
many to
that's
start
fine.
with.
Yeah. See you later.
It's so fucking dumb.
Well, you don't know what the scientific method is. You kept giving me equations. We're doing natural science here. Maths and science are different things. You failed to give me any science whatsoever that I can test. You
You're too dumb
managed.
to understand what I'm saying. That's why.
You
You're too,
managed after a
I
lot
get
of
it.
prompting and prodding to give a hypothesis.
I get it.
And
You're
as
too
soon as
stupid.
I
I'm
asked
out.
you,
I'm out. You're too stupid. I'm out.
stupid, mate. You just got an issue.
I'm too stupid. You're too stupid. I'm out.
You just don't want your space taken away. That's all.
You broke his brain.
That was fun. Where was the young lady who didn't want her space taken away? Where's she gone?
She bailed ages ago.
Ah, that's a shame. It's just upsetting that these. I'm going to start calling them children now because they always act like children and sound like children. How they're so entrenched
certainly
in
did.
this. Yeah, because they're so entrenched in this, they don't see how the wall has been pulled over their eyes. It's harder to tell them that they've been lied to, right?
Huh.
Kind of
Touche.
impossible.
Touche.
We all understand that maths isn't natural science. Is step 3, the experiment was equations. That's a huge problem because that's not natural science.
How are you doing, flat earthers?
Yeah, we're fine, man.
Oh,
How about yourself?
excellent.
Nice.
Got my personal proof today.
Oh, what did you do, man?
Got another video inside chat.
Oh, let's have a look.
Let's see it. Is it called today's footage? Is that it?
Yep, that's the one.
Let's see.
That's just like one of 8 videos. I went to like 3 different beaches.
It's a good camera, though.
Yeah, I'm so pleased with
What
it.
is it?
The P1000.
I don't fucking know cameras, bro.
Nikon Coolpix P1000.
It's a Nikon. Oh, okay. So to what point do I see the proof? I'm like 1 minute in.
See the what?
Or is it when you zoom at the end?
How far are you looking, dude?
Well, that's 26 kilometers to the island.
Wow, man. That's really cool.
There was an airport
really,
over on
really
that
cool.
island. You can see the tower.
Yeah, that's really good, man.
I'm going to find a nice clear day and sit up there and see if I can get some planes landing or taking off.
Just have to nip off there for 5 minutes. Where's the laughing guy gone? Is he gone now, the gravity guy?
Yeah, he's losing brain cells talking to us.
Bloody hell, that was... You sound like a possessed clown.
Yeah, definitely was.
Oh my god.
Touché. That was some solid proof right there.
Yeah, about that. I was standing on the wharf, so I wasn't sure how high it was.
I liked when you zoomed into the ship, the red ship. That was like valid proof.
There was 2 of them.
Yeah.
The Earth is a cube.
Stunning.
Oh, here we go again.
Why would you say that?
Sorry, brother. I had your volume down probably for some other interaction that we had somewhere else. I just turned you back up.
No
I'm
worries,
not
man.
seeing Jesus is black either. What the?
Seems we have to turn you
Jesus
up too.
was black. That's right. We was gangs.
Okay, all right, I hear you. I thought I had you turned down, but I didn't. Okay, I was like, what the hell? I saw your mic light up. That's why I was like, okay, what the fuck? Maybe I can't hear him too.
No. Just my mic.
No,
We was
it's
gangs,
just,
man. We was.
arguing that I had down.
We was gangs, brother.
Volume's a bit low though.
Was we not Kangs? You're telling me that we was not? That's racist. Hitler was black.
I'm the Batman.
You're the kid. So just curious, what
Huh. Okay. Weird. So, what if the Earth is an isosahedron? Prove me wrong. Hello.
Mic check, mic check.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Notice a lot of these globers are going back up in the air quite a lot recently. With a twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Seems to be happening quite a lot again.
Yeah, maybe. I just switched my microphone because the other one seemed stuck on open for some fucking reason, even when it was off. And this one's doing the same thing now. Isn't this fucking great?
Huh.
Oh, there we go. Hmm. Okay, there we go. Let's see if that works better. No, it's still taking a while to trail off. What the fuck, man? There's a lot of people in here and nobody's talking. That is fucking amazing for politics. It's holy shit.
Real
Is this like a
musing.
Yeah, is this like a meditation room or something? Where you're just kind of supposed to chill and just you know, like
I think sometimes, I mean, well, Jedi will probably. I mean, you know, I know Jedi is in a, you know, for an extreme hours, and I come on now and again, and I get into conversations for half an hour or an hour with other people, and then the Globers leave, and sometimes then you just want to sit, and it takes a while for it to sink in what has just happened and what you've just been through, trying to explain logical, common sense things that we can prove and observe in reality, and the replies that you get back. So yeah, sometimes you have to meditate, mate, and bring yourself back down to ground level.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, I prefer to be at the ground level. It's feels a little safer here. I'm not up in the chemtrails. You know, it's a fuck. I'm not getting hit by a harp. That's a plus. You know, it's a lot of energy being smashed into our atmosphere. Yeah.
I
But I'm
think
sure it's all positive though. There's no negative effects to that.
the more you do this though, the more you talk to these globe believers, it's you know, you're going over the same thing quite a lot and trying to explain reality to them. I forgot what I was trying to say then. I was trying to make a point, but I can't think of
I
it.
know. I mean, you know, it's hard to prove to them, like, you know, just using facts and logic that the world is an isosahedron. I mean, you know, how can they get it wrong? Like,
Kind of got cut off, then I had my phone ring.
no, my favorite is that you know, when there's claims about what the center of the Earth is made out of, right? It's like, no, bro, you can't possibly know that. There's no fucking test for that. And yeah, I mean, it could be made out of fucking chocolatey nougat. You barely even scratch the surface of the planet. You claim to know what's in the middle?
My favourite bit is where you ask them to validate their claims. What they usually do is they just make the claim again, and then make the claim again, and then make the claim again without any verification of the claim. That's my favourite bit. And this is what happened with the last gentleman. He was just making an assertion with regards to gravity, making the claim over and over again. It's interesting. And when we asked for verification of the claim, he kind of said, well, there's obviously verification of the claim. I can't give you verification of the claim. And then started laughing that we wanted verification of the claim. Tried to give us mathematical equations when we're doing natural science and didn't understand why the mathematical equations weren't natural science and then blamed us for it. Always happens.
Yeah,
They just end up blaming.
you know what? Math is an awesome thing. It's I have coined it the liar's language. What I do, just to clarify, okay, my field of work is math intensive. Okay, systems engineer, right? So you know, I'm dealing with math all the fucking time. Okay, and I can tell you this, I can show you a proof of math about whatever the fuck I want, and I can prove it to you mathematically that it's correct, but it ain't correct because reality doesn't agree with that. Okay, what happens in reality doesn't necessarily agree with the mathematical proof of a thing, right? Um, you know, or at least according to our current science. So they're constantly twisting things around and, you know, considering claiming that it's further discovery, but it's really just trying to prove something that they fucking wrote about before, that they had a theoretical concept about, to, you know, prove it mathematically that that's what it is, right? They have no fucking clue, you know. Um, I don't know, man. It's God's creation. That's what it is. Okay, like, you're not going to understand it,
I've
and
often
you know.
I've often thought that, mate. I've often thought about it because, you know, maths can be so it's an amazing thing, mathematics, but then, like you say, it can be so detrimental and you know, have a flip side to it, which is what the heliocentric model has done.
Yeah. Also, did you see that the old lady that was born in like fucking, you know, early 1900s, when she was going to school, they were, that the model that they were teaching in American classrooms, okay, was that the world was flat. That it actually wasn't until like around World War I, World War II ish, that they started to introduce the globe
Mm.
model and really push it. That's why it was in Disney cartoons and whatnot. It's, you know, just
Yeah, I've
all the
seen that.
subliminal shit. Yeah, it's
I
fucked, dude.
I was trying to get some. I did actually phone Manchester Central Library and a few other places to see if they had any papers from that time. You know, which for the school curriculum, but I did start having a look, but I got way late. But I was trying to find something where we could say this is the test paper, or this is the. Am I echoing? Sorry.
You know what? That's actually a good idea. You know what? I'm ashamed of myself for not looking that up. I was going on the testimony of several old people from that era. Could be their memory is fallible, which is human, right? Um, it could be
You
that
can't.
somebody, yeah, it could be
I
somebody
might.
swayed the conversation beforehand. So yeah, looking up to see if there's actual curriculum that would actually be a good fucking place to start.
Sorry, guys. Am I echoing? I mean, all right.
No, if you're echoing, you might be getting picked up from this microphone here. I'm sorry. I turn it off between talking though, or try
All
to.
right. Yeah, so you can't really find anything online with the papers, but I thought a good place would be like a central, a big library, or universities, places like that. I did make a few calls, but I didn't get anywhere with it. But I suppose I've not pushed too far. I might get back into it and try and find some. Would be good, that. It's probably been all removed offline.
Well, one thing that's interesting is that the last part that you said there, um, with regards to having the information online, I think that this has been like kind of a military fucking dream because it allows them to um, rapidly um, rapidly modify massive amounts of information to propagandize the populace into believing something is true when it's not. Um, and then blaming the people that are telling the truth as liars and conspiracy theorists, basically coining negative terms or making a positive term into a negative term to ostracize those people from the populace, right? um, and it's like, well, why would you have to ostracize them if they're wrong? Because if they're wrong, that's kind of self-evident, and let them speak. You've got nothing to be afraid of. But if they're
Oh yeah,
right, you want to. Nobody ever wants to silence somebody who's wrong. They want to silence you if you're right.
yeah,
And that's
and
that's the scary ones.
we know they do it anyway. But you imagine with this AI technology and how advanced it is, probably that we don't even know about. That'll just be they'll just run a program, say on flat Earth and what the discussions are going on and what the flat Earth the guys at where the arguments at the moment, and because I've actually done this, and I can't give you the topic. I know I searched for something once regarding the flat Earth within the flat Earth debate argument. I can't remember the topic. It could have been celestial navigation. It could have been something else. And I searched it a while back, and it was a good point that I found against the globe. And then I don't know, 6 months later, it came up again, and I thought I'll try and find that document I had, and I could not find this, it was reworded. I'm 99. I don't like saying 99.999%, but I'm pretty sure it was reworded, and so they'd cottoned on to this. Was like this could be used against the heliocentric or in a flat Earth argument, and it was reworded, and I could never find this again. I can't exactly remember what it was, but I think that is happening all the time. That's what happens with this online and the internet. You know.
Yep. Now, I will say this: a long time ago, I was under the belief of what was starting to come out as propagandizing, like propaganda information regarding content and the internet. That what goes online, it's online forever. Well, that's not true. Sort of. It's true to the extent that you have the archivists. They're actually copying and keeping copies of this shit, like forever, okay, to profile you, okay? So like when you open up your Gmail and you start typing a message, look at the JavaScript that's going on, look at your internet connection. that information's being sent and stored on Google servers. So even if you delete that message and don't ever send it, that's part of your profile with Google. They have that information. And when you go to download your quote unquote personal data, that's not really considered personal data. It's considered garbage, right? Much the same way that your when you throw garbage out in the like when you throw something out, it's public property, right? So anybody can come and grab it, and that's totally okay, right? So it's yeah, it's online forever for them to keep, but not for you. Okay? So you don't get to see the stuff that's been on forever. You get to see whatever information has been currently modified. You know, like the massive amounts of fucking edits to Wikipedia, for example.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, hold on, I'm turning you up here. Your volume is really low. You're living up to your name, Whisper Jack. There we go. I turned it up. Go ahead. Whisper Jack, your microphone is highlighted, but I don't hear anything from you, and your volume is maxed. Okay then. All right. Let's continue our conversation. One deck. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, hi mate. Yeah, no, I just echoing a bit. Sorry, it's just a little bit. I'm getting feedback for some reason.
Turn my mic off now. Hold on.
I think it's good within this arena, and it's good to hear all the nitty gritty about gas pressure and everything. But I'm just tending to get back down to the old R value all the time. Really, if I can, bring them back down to Earth curve measurement, because they can't give you the Earth curve measurement how it was done, and everything else comes from that. You need that globe to start with. That's where everything else extends out from there within their paradigm.
Well,
So
have you ever heard of the Haversine formula?
yeah,
Yeah. Well, there's another proof, right? It doesn't work because that's not the shape.
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
And the chemtrails are fucking crazy out here today. There's like fucking 12 of them this morning.
They're protecting you, bro. They're keeping they're stopping them UV rays coming through, mate.
Well, it's cloudy and there's chemtrails, so that means it's gonna rain. That's usually how it works. It's not cold enough to snow, otherwise it would snow.
Definitely fucking about with this weather. I mean, I'm over in the UK. It's October. It's fucking. I'm just sat in my work van at the moment, having a break, and it's fucking 19 degrees, mate. 19 degrees in fucking
Celsius,
October.
or is that Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Celsius, yeah. I think it's the warmest it's ever been on record for the time of year.
About 54 degrees.
But that's global warming, isn't it? Say that again, bro.
It's global warming, man.
Yeah.
And it's global cooling. we're all gonna fucking die, and Al Gore didn't purchase lakefront property.
Pay our taxes, it'll come down.
Oceanfront property on the side he thought was going to be covered underwater.
A few more Globers in soon, I think. They come in ebbs and flows.
Well, I've got some globe proof. I'll put it in chat.
You guys,
Nice
do you
one,
know
mate.
Al Gore invented the internet?
What?
Al Gore invented the internet?
No. Why does that sound familiar, though? There was a claim about that at some point or something?
Yeah. During his campaign, he made that claim.
I thought so. Yeah. No, the internet was a DoD project, and hackers got in and started fucking running lines from the university, breaking in and whatnot, and making it available for everybody. And thus, that part of the internet was born. Then later on, there was a guy who created something called Trumpet Windsock, which was the TCP/IP protocol, firsthand, available over dial-up, and that allowed for people to communicate. And we're still like at the level that we are now, and we're still using his code to this day in Windows and Linux. And that
Whose
guy
code?
did not. That guy did not get the. He didn't get paid. Now he did, but he didn't at the time because even the fucking internet providers were pirating his fucking software.
Wait, who was the coder?
Was that Vint Cerf?
Something like that. Yeah, look up Trumpet Windsock. Right. That you know what? That guy's like. You have him to thank, okay, for TCP/IP. Okay, and he got the shaft, bro. He got it hard. This just shows you that just because you're smart and you can fucking make shit doesn't mean you're gonna fucking be rich. Okay, the only way you're gonna get rich in this world is if you're a corrupt, stinking fucking asshole. Okay.
Whoa.
That's how it fucking works, man. Or
What about Mr. Beast?
Or you inherit it. He's a corrupt, stinking asshole. So it's just
Oh,
how it
okay.
is, man. You know what? I like his
What
videos.
about inherited
okay,
wealth?
but yeah, but you gotta look at where the money's coming from. Okay, you gotta follow the money.
Yeah. I follow the money. And that's why I get it, boy. You know what I mean?
So are you saying you're a corrupt, stinking asshole?
Nah, I just follow the money.
Upstream or downstream?
Downstream. I
Down
just
the
collect
toilet.
it. I got my little IKEA bag. I just collect it downstream.
Well, I only have one question for you then. Which ATM is the one you hit the most?
Dude, I'm gonna start a GoFundMe for Israel and then just send them $1 and keep the rest.
1 penny. It's more useful when they fight over it. We get copper wire.
Yeah, they'll pull it apart and turn it into copper wire.
It's a little bit slow, but I'm glad you got it. It is pretty funny. It's I don't care about that whole fucking side of things, man. Like seriously, Israel, fucking Palestine, fucking whatever. I don't give a shit. Okay, you know what I care
Yeah.
about? I care about the people of my fucking country. Okay, why aren't we fucking
Peace.
helping them? Why are we constantly fucking sending money over these fucking assholes who can't get along. Okay, let them fight it out.
Based.
That's how it fucking goes, man. You fight it out. Somebody wins, somebody loses. They stop fighting or they get tired. One of the two. You know.
Based.
Fuck.
I like this guy.
Hey, I think elections should be done like that as well, man. Put them in a fucking
Yeah.
ring. You want
Coliseum.
a strong Yeah, you want a strong leader? Well, how the fuck else you think you're gonna get a strong leader? You know?
Maybe it should
You
be like
don't you don't do it.
weightlifting competitions too.
Oh fuck. Jesus Christ. You know who would win that one hands down right now?
Who?
Robert Kennedy. I
Oh yeah.
guarantee you that guy could probably outlift all of them. Unless Arnie gets back in the fucking ring. Okay, then okay, all right, we got a power lifter here, so he'll be president. I would be a governor. God, that was funny when he got elected as governor of California, man. That was like so many jokes.
I love the flip people have when people run for politics, right? Like everyone used to love Arnold, and then all of a sudden he runs for governor, and like, oh yeah, yeah, then everybody fucking hates him. Same thing for Trump, dude.
I don't think they're the same at all.
For I don't know. For me, it was the opposite with Trump. I never liked the fucking guy, man. I think he's a pompous prick. Actually, you know what? I still think he's a pompous prick. But you know, be it that, I think he did a pretty fucking good job, all considering that he was constantly under attack and constantly distracted by bullshit. Um, with everything, like everything, the left threw the fucking kitchen sink at the guy, man. Fuck, and they're still going. They still going. They
Right.
can't give it up, man. They
I saw a
fucking can't.
meme. I
They
saw a
can't
meme
leave
that
this
was
guy
like
alone.
Trump indicted for not returning a cart at Walmart in 1988 or something like that. That was so fucking stupid. Oh
That's
my
funny,
god.
man. It's what's really fucked though. I mean, okay, gotta look at the history of this guy. All right. All right, so there's some weird stuff going on with his dad and access to Nikola Tesla's boxes, and you know, apparently, a couple. He probably still has a couple of them, sort of thing. Um, Not a fucking clue how they're involved with that, but okay, whatever. Then you get to Trump, and you have things like New York. For years they were fucking bouncing back and forth, getting more and more and more money from people about making an ice rink that never fucking flourished, and they just the money, the dollar sign every year that they wanted to build the ice rink kept going up, and they kept getting the new dollar amount but not doing anything about it. So fucking Trump comes in. He's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna fucking build the ice rink, right? So he gets some guys from Canada who built the NHL rink up here, right? And he fucking gets them down there in New York to fucking build the damn ice rink. And he built it for like fucking, what was it, like 1 or 2 million bucks? And then and then these guys are still fucking voting left. Like, do they not understand when you keep voting the same assholes in who are fucking your shit up, that you're going to continuously have your shit fucked up? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? You know? And then they want to move to other states, like red states, and fuck their shit up now. Fuck off, I think you guys should like have a hard border, man. Basically, let the fucking left on, I don't know, fucking let them have California and shit. Fuck them, and then let the right side, and moderates or whatever, and basically anybody with fucking half a brain on the other side, okay? And then fuck it. That's it, okay? And you have your own fucking leaders. I guarantee you there'll probably be like one day there'll be a nuke going from one side to the other, and, and it'll be from the armed continent to the unarmed continent, because the unarmed continent is, you know, allowing billions of people over that are starting to threaten the border. Just saying. I wonder which side that would be.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's starting to be a little flip. Democrats are like being like, oh no, we have to secure the border now. Because now DeSantis and what is this fucking other idiot at in Texas? I forget his name. It's like they're sending him over in planes over to northern states.
Well, yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
yeah, this is
They
an
sent
issue.
them. They sent them to some of them to New York. There was only like 10,000 sent there, and they're like, "Oh my God, we can't handle it. There's too many. There's too many. You don't want to live here. It's expensive. Go away. Go away. Go somewhere else. You know, from a sanctuary state. Isn't that fucking
Right.
hilarious? Like, it's
Yeah.
like, bro, you wanted them. Take them. What's your
Right.
problem?
It's
You
amazing
know?
that sanctuary states don't fucking want them. What a fucking joke, dude. Oh my
It
god.
is. It is. It's fuck. It is pretty funny, man. It's like, and these cunts are still gonna vote those guys in. It's
Yeah.
like what sort of
People
mental
vote
like
with their
I
feelings,
I can't
bro.
even I can't even do the mental gymnastics to fathom the level of mental gymnastics required to do that. Like it's just like, bro, you are like fuck.
You know,
They
the thing, there was a zeitgeist shift that people started voting for another person besides themselves. That's what happens. You get an artificial like what's good kind of criteria when you start voting for someone else's well-being as opposed to yours. Because then you shift the
yeah,
average or what should be done over to people who don't really necessarily deserve it.
yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it's yeah, the virtue signaling is absolutely. You know what? Here's the thing, okay? Like this has got to be the devil's work, okay? Because like straight up, okay? To take something as innocuous as charity, okay? To help those that are in need, okay? And to expand it to the level that they have shit going where, you know, you have to constantly virtue signal and tiptoe around everything is like that's just like you got to the point where there's like it's not even good for the people that you claim to be fucking helping. Okay, it's not good for anybody. Um, and then they continue. Actually, on
Yeah.
that topic though, did you know that John Hopkins recently? Okay, first off, John Hopkins was the one of the first facilities to offer quote unquote gender affirming care. Okay, but as of 2022, so fairly recently, they decided that they're no longer going to do that. That instead they're going to start treating the mental disorder because they've seen that they've had much more success in dealing with their mental disorder than surgery.
Yeah, man, the
And that's by
underlying thing that's causing them to do that. Who would have thought?
that's right, exactly. And that's from their fucking words. It's on their site. So, you know, yeah. So there is a bit of a turn, but I think this is a lot of bread and circuses type shit. I don't think that there's really any genuine in it for the people type stuff going on here.
Yeah, there's that constant, a doctor wants everybody sick kind of deal going on in that situation.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
same, and people always say, "Oh, that's a conspiracy." Blah blah. It's like, dude, have you been around since like 2011 when they were prescribing Ritalin to people, to fucking like 6-year-olds?
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
my kid is
my
bouncing off the wall. Yeah, he's 6 years old. He's a 6-year-old boy, bro. That's
right,
what they fucking
right.
do, you dweeb.
Yeah, it's like my kid is hyperactive. Let's put him on speed.
Yeah, that's what happened to my buddy, dude. Like he was just a regular fucking kid who wanted to play and run around and and be a little crazy. Yeah, kids are crazy. And then
Oh,
his mom fucking put him on Ritalin. He blimped up because it makes you gain a shit ton of weight and it makes you lazy, not wanting to do anything.
in my era, they were also blaming it on sugar. And
Oh
so
yeah.
I'm like, well, you know what? There's sugar in bread. You gonna stop me from having that? How about steak? Steak has sugar. There's blood glucose. That's sugar. What you gonna? There's sugar in fucking potatoes and beets and carrots. You gonna stop me from having those two? Broccoli, cauliflower. What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat nothing? Yeah, okay. You can't stop me from having sugar. And actually, that was in more ways than one because they would start locking the fucking cupboards like deadbolt on it, and I would fucking
Damn.
unscrew the screw underneath, underneath the latch, and get at the bag of sugar and just sit there and eat the whole fucking bag. Fuck you guys, And
Yeah.
I'd screw it back on, and they wonder where all the sugar went. It's like I don't know, must have misplaced it.
So my dad always told me, whenever somebody tells you, something's bad or it's like the worst thing for you, just pay attention. Are they offering a more expensive alternative that you have to buy? And if so, they're probably bullshitting you. Like it's such an easy way. It's like exactly, yeah, like with the sugar, It's like, oh yes, get
That's
this
true.
more expensive fake sugar.
If I
It's
may add
healthy.
to your dad, if I may add to the words of your wise dad, um,
Nice.
that also if they're bribing you to do the thing that they want you to do,
Oh yeah.
probably
Get
not
the
a good idea
vaccine,
too.
free cookies, you see? Okay, I'll hold off on that. Maybe in 20 years when I see what people turn
Mm, you
into.
mean you mean there's a burger element to this too?
Huh?
Mm. Remember that what was it, New York? Fucking guy had fries in front of him. He's like, "Yeah, get your vaccine now, and
Yeah.
you'll get
Don't you
these
want
fries." And
this? How good is
oh,
this?
there's a burger element to this too, and there's so much wrong with that. First off, it's a bribe. Second, it's food that they're claiming. It's food that has the result of contributing to obesity. Okay, which is one of the things that they're claiming as a comorbidity of COVID, and it's like, what? And it wasn't just that. You got the Krispy Kreme donuts. You got the. It's like then you go to
Oh fuck me, dude.
Cal.
I might get the vaccine for some donuts, dog.
So guys, Jedi
Yeah.
visas. I think I don't know. I'm just bringing it up because I was sort of got into this subject the other week, but I think it's like you got to be a bit careful with what we're saying.
Oh.
With the old with the words of what we're talking about. I think it's picked up
Oh
on
yeah, no,
Jedi.
we're just
Yeah,
reliving
no, I
some of
know.
some of the
I'm not
events.
having a go. I'm
Like
not having a go at you.
in
I'm telling you.
California, do you remember that they were offering $100 for each shot that you took? So you actually had fucking people going in there getting multiple shots because they're getting $100 for each one. So they were posing as somebody else just so they can get the money.
Oh my god. They were getting quadruple vax and shit. Get
Oh my
400
god.
bucks.
Yeah, well, there was a few that died. Okay, and they were, but
Yeesh.
they yeah. I think the most that one person got was like 20 shots. That was like $2,000. That's like nothing. First off, especially in California, $2,000 is what, coffee at your local Starbucks. I mean, fuck.
Well, we had
Like,
we we had round here some like homeless, like crackheads, smackheads, and they was because there's a lot of people didn't want to get involved with the narrative. So there was, but they needed some paperwork maybe to travel. So these homeless crackheads were just having multiples for a bit of money,
Yeah.
going in with some ID and or going to these. It wasn't that hard really because there was a lot of pop-up tents everywhere, and you didn't have to actually go into a established, pharmacy or a doctor's. Just a tent on the street, and you just go and queue up and get one.
There's a burger element to
yeah,
this too. I like that one.
yeah. Up here in Canada, we had the. Let's just say that in the 80s, these were the vans that you would stay away from for multiple reasons. But here it was you'd get in those and you go in through one side and come out the other side, and it was just a little line up going through. Yeah, don't do drugs, kids. Don't get into vans with strangers. It's just
Yeesh.
it's fucking It's, you know what? I felt like spray painting free candy on the side. Just
It makes me laugh. Not on that level, but I don't know if in the UK we have like things called ice cream vans, where in the summer there'll be a van with it'll play a little bit of music and it'll travel around the streets and it'll pull up, and the kids would all run out.
we got those.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in one particular area where I lived, the ice cream man, he was Italian and he did the ice cream, but to the known people and the known teenagers, he had a lot of other things under that counter as well. Like he used to sell like like cigarettes, cheap cigarettes, weed, and red wine.
Ah, there you go.
So
There
if
you
you want a
go.
nice
There you
bottle,
go.
Yeah, he would sell like single cigarettes and stuff. Dude.
He was local dealer hooking them right up, eh?
Yeah. So easy to make money.
I remember seeing one vaccine van way out in the middle of absolutely fucking nowhere, dude. I was driving home from work and I'm like, what in the fuck? Like there is nothing around for miles and miles, like nothing. Not even cows. Nothing. And it's like, okay, all right. There's this parking lot for public transit. That's what it was. But it was like nobody gets off there. Nobody gets on there. Like it's just fucking. It's just like one of those stops in the middle of fucking nowhere that nothing happens. You know, maybe you can get out,
No.
stretch your fucking legs or whatever. But there's the fucking vaccine van there. It's like, yeah, that's not sketchy. That's not sketchy at all.
Right. Maybe they go out in the morning or something. Sometimes they only have bus stops for people in the morning.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just usually you just like that's a stop that you're passing by. Like you need to drive quite a ways to get to that stop. Like if you're driving that way to get to that stop,
Ah, I see what
you
you're
might as well
saying.
just drive to your work, like and it doesn't and the bus doesn't stop there long enough for you to fucking do anything. So, yeah. And there's literally nothing there. There's not even like a coffee shop, nothing. It's just a couple of bus shelters by a fucking huge parking lot in the middle of the woods on a back road. uh, I'm so glad I don't use public transit anymore, though, man. Getting on the fucking propaganda buses up here in Ontario. Um, we have like okay, we have a public transit system called Go Transit. Okay, that's
Go
paid
transit.
for. Yeah, it's paid for by my tax dollars. But in addition to that, I have to pay a fare to get on the thing to use it. Okay. Um, all right. So what they decided to do is do you know the wraps that you can get for vehicles. All right. Well, several of these buses. Okay. What they did is this the entire bus. Okay. Not like a sticker on the side. Okay. The entire bus, and I'm meaning windows included. Ride
Oh
with
shit.
pride. Big fucking rainbow shit all over the entire bus. Okay. All right. Like, do you know how awkward I felt getting onto that fucking mode of transit to go to work? And if I didn't get on, I wouldn't be able to get to work. It's like I didn't even have a choice. It's like, you sons of bitches. Like, keep it neutral, buddy. Like, what the fuck? That's
No, dude, I'm gonna support your gay agenda, dude.
right. It's like I'm glad though when I got on, like inside, at least you didn't see that. It just looked like normal windows when you're looking out. But people looking at the thing driving by, it's just so just just
Hey,
hide
look,
your
they're on
head
the
in
gay
shame.
bus.
Right on the ride with pride. Oh, if you think that's bad, you should have seen the uniforms that they made these poor employees wear.
Yeesh.
They look like clowns. Oh fuck. I don't know, man. You know, it's like if it's all about what you do in private, keep it in private. Why do you have to plaster it everywhere like this? It's insane. Anyway, you know.
Yeah, dude. It's just, ugh. And then you tell them, that you don't want to see their gay shit, and they're like, "What are you, a bigot?" It's like, no, I'm just not fucking gay. Being straight doesn't mean I'm a bigot.
Like, are you a transphobe?
Yeah,
Are
that's
you
the other one. Are you a transphobe? You won't date a trans person? No.
Nope. Nope. I bet you would. You wouldn't know. Well, that's
Fuck
part of the
no.
problem.
No, you
That's
wouldn't
part of the
know.
problem.
Yeah, it's the yeah, you wouldn't know. That's the issue. It's like, of course I would fucking know. I haven't met a single trans person that I can't identify as trans.
Yeah, well, you know, okay. If you look at in what is it in fuck, not not Malaysia. There's one country there, the Lady Boy. They actually call them Lady Boys. And they're some of them that like,
Philippines.
dude, seriously, they look like little Asian girls, man. Straight up, they're fucking scary. They're scary.
Hey,
Yeah.
tell you what,
But yeah,
like,
but
sorry, mate, years ago. Sorry, mate, go on.
no, go ahead. Sorry,
Sorry, I was
I'll turn
breaking
this
up.
off.
Sorry, I was. Sorry, no, you carry on. I was breaking up. You go, Bates. Okay.
Oh, so I have this story. So I was on a Discord call, having a similar conversation to this, how I can always tell trans person, blah, blah. And of course, there was some LGBT supporter or whatever. I don't know what you would call them, but they're like, you can't tell, you can't tell. And then they're like, okay, I'll turn on my camera. Am I a boy? Am I a boy or a girl? And I was like, oh, like, just, I didn't want to say because, like, oh, yeah, you think I have a penis, don't you? You think I have a penis.
Dum dum dum. Fuck.
I remember years ago going on like a lad's. It was a lad's like stag do or something. It was all
No,
on a
hold on.
coach.
Look, hold on. One deck. Nap got mod muted, so yeah, probably not good to continue that discussion. It seems.
But no, that's what I was saying before, though, about what we were talking about the pandemic and that. That's what I was telling you.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. It's there's certain things that you can say and certain things you can't with regards to that, right? You can't
The
be
mod tagged you
anti-vax,
in the
basically.
side chat. The mod was trying
Huh?
to tag you guys. The mod was trying to tag you guys in the side chat.
Oh, were
You
they?
guys, yeah, you guys didn't read it.
No, I did not. Hold on. Let's see here. I generally don't like stare at side chats. Hold on.
Well, they pinged you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you, Tios. All right, I see that now. Hold on. How long ago did you send that message? Hold on. Let me see. Where the fuck is this? All right. I see your chat head light up while you're. Back on topic. topic.
So, do you guys in here then? Do you like talking about the? Do you like talking about the flat Earth and being in the arena?
Well, absolutely.
Do you like the
I mean,
discussions?
Yep.
No, I'm not saying that. No,
Did you
point I'm
know
trying to make
that
is-
there's a tribe in the U.S. They was it the U.S. They claim to have a piece of the sky that fell, and when they tested it, it was like it's like a really light material, and it's completely blue, like all the way through, even under a microscope under massive magnification. Which they're like, there's no material that they know of
Microscope.
that could do that. Yeah. Well, with under the like really heavy magnification, right? And they're like, there's no material that they know of that can be that thorough in the coloring, like all the way through. Because usually there's like different color, right? When you look at things at the really small level, you see different
Yeah.
shades,
Like
different colors.
butterfly wings, their structure makes it blue. It's not like actually colored blue.
Yeah, yeah. But this here, it was like they claim it's a piece of the sky. Apparently, I wish I had the link to that video. Apparently, the the guy
Are
was
they,
skeptical,
sorry,
right?
are they,
And the
are they
tribe
claim?
and the tribe
Sorry,
was
mate.
like, and the tribe was like, yo, there's a, we have the story, about this is where the sky fell, right? And so the guy's like, okay, well, can you take me to where you think the sky fell? And they took him there, and there was like these blue rocks on the ground, right? And he's like, this is a piece, right? And he's like, can I have this? He took it and fucking tested it, and that's where that came from. So, but I thought that was very interesting. I don't know if it's bullshit, but yeah, you know. Go ahead. I'm gonna turn my mic off.
There's a shitload of people here.
Not really. It's usually way more.
Oh
Like during the
shit!
day.
Someone speaks.
Yeah.
There you go, dude.
Seth speaks.
Wait, who is that?
It is
It was
I.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Phoenix
You do
rose
sound
from
different
the
when you say
ashes
that.
to speak.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we gonna argue about? Then,
Yo, is today Friday?
you know what?
No, it's Thursday, dude. I got a
Today's
fucking
not
meeting today
Friday.
with some clients.
Friday. Why are you talking about it's Friday? Nobody says Friday.
Bummer.
Wait, I think it is actually Thursday. I might be talking about it. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know why my internal clock is telling me it's fucking Friday for some reason. I don't know.
Well, your internal clock is probably an asshole. It's definitely Thursday.
All right, my internal clock is completely fucked up.
Yeah, it's all jacked.
Thank you for helping me recalibrate.
Yeah, it's Thursday for sure. All right, my
But yeah,
internal
that whole
clock.
falling sky thing from that tribe in the U.S. I mean, if that's true, man, that's pretty fucking cool, and I would say that's pretty hard evidence.
Well,
You know?
there was one time where the sky did fall on my head, and it didn't really hurt very much. It was like puff. That's what it did. It was like puff.
Yeah, it was like a really light and bluish material. It was weird.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. It's
what
like,
at least what they were showing, you know. So
well, yeah. I mean, that's what I saw happen. Was it was just like there was some puffs, and then there wasn't puffs after that. So yeah, it was just like puffy.
well, the strangest thing that I've ever seen, when I was a kid, we're driving by this field. It was like a marsh in a field or whatever.
You died.
It looked like clouds were
I
resting.
already know how this story is gonna end. You died.
Yeah, I died. Yeah, yeah. No. It looked like clouds were resting. It's it was pretty weird. Um, like full on cumulus,
Were
fucking white
they
fluffy clouds on the ground.
wait,
It's
wait,
like,
were they like kind of puffy?
yeah, the fluffy clouds. You know, like they looked like
Yeah,
the fluffy cloud in the sky, but on the ground, it was just like, okay, I want to stop and go and check this out, man. You know, it's like,
yeah. And then it was like fluff.
you know, I didn't get a chance to check it out. Unfortunately, the person driving me wouldn't stop. So that could have been for the
Um,
better. It could have been a poisonous gas from the fucking swamp. Who knows, man? But I don't know.
I mean, it definitely fluffed though,
Yeah, definitely
guaranteed.
fluffy,
Yeah, it fluffed.
white.
It was like fluff, like for like a split second.
Oh no, it was fluffy like permanently. Like it was there for a while, like a long time. The whole time we were driving by it,
Yeah,
it didn't go away.
yeah, like it was like fluff.
I looked something up. There's something called a cloud rest, and that's an interesting rabbit
Does
hole to
it
go down.
does it use the word fluff?
Probably not. That's a
Well, then
Phoenix
it's
exclusive
wrong.
word,
It's
okay?
wrong then because we all know that it goes fluff. It's gonna fluff.
I think fluffers are probably for something else, dude. It's
Wait. No, no, they're not. They just be like fluff.
Okay, hey, we're
That's
gonna
all they
clean up.
do. It's like for
Listen,
one split
listen.
second, it's just like fluff.
Okay, enough of this shit. You think this is a room for it? Really? Really?
Could be like fluff.
God, he didn't know he was muted. This is glorious. Phoenix, dude, what's going on, man?
not too much. How about yourself?
Okay.
Fucking hell, man. uh, yeah, I was being serious about the cloud rest, though. That's an interesting phenomenon. It's I don't know what it means or how it forms, but it's pretty cool. The thing is, I've only ever seen that once in my life. That's it's pretty fucked up. Put it this way, I've seen the end of a fucking rainbow more times in my life than I've seen that.
You ever seen a rainbow like almost complete the whole circle?
Yeah. Well, the whole circle? No, the half circle. I've only seen it like from one part of land all the way over the bridge and onto another part of land. I see that, but
Yeah.
I don't see like if that's what you mean. Yes. And it's weird though because one side will fade faster than the other side will, and it gets bright, and it's pretty cool to watch, but doesn't last very long.
Whoa, I almost just said the N word. Whoa, I just did it again.
Are we all reading side chat right now?
On the side chat. Probably not. I mean, I am obviously.
It looks like a lot of big wall of text going on
There's
here.
definitely some gay beef going on.
Yeah, there's some drama there. It's. I was just wondering why everybody's quiet. It's like, okay, well maybe.
I was quiet because I kept nearly saying the N word.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, you don't have to say the N word, dude.
No, I don't want to. I just
expose.
nearly said it a few times.
Yeah, don't expose
I feel like that
yourself.
happens to most people, right?
No, when you say that word, when you say that word, what you really said was, "I believe that people can be property." That's the only thing
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
say it though. I just
Yeah,
almost.
but even though you almost said it, you almost just told everybody in the world that you have a belief system that people aren't people, that people can be property.
Well, you don't know that.
Yeah, that's what that word means.
What if I just said it as like an accident, like I almost did?
Yeah, then you accidentally expose yourself that you think humans are not human. That
What about
humans.
people with Tourette's?
Yeah, I got Tourette's too.
And do they? So when they have a Tourette's moment,
What about
is
when
that
black
them
people
You know what
say
I
it?
do? I do push to talk, and then if I feel it coming on, I just shut my mic off.
Well, that's
Because
what
no
I
one
did.
really knows. No one even knows that I have Tourette's. Because
This
what I
seems really
do,
convenient.
I feel I'm old enough that I've lived with it for long enough that I know when I'm going to other, and I just take off the mic. Sometimes people say, "Oh, Crit went quiet." Yeah, but I'll come back with some excuse.
But so,
There's
do you
no
ever say the N word by accident then?
no. I say a couple other words. Kind of I'll yell no, just randomly. I'll do no, and sometimes
Can you
I'll go
like an
I'll go
example of
I'll
that? Or
stutter
is
the
that
word dog. I'll go dog like that. And I
okay?
got a few things too. Like sometimes when people hear me, like I will place it, and when you hear me talking on mic, I'll be doing this. I'll tap my hands on the table with like a drumming motion with my like a snare drum motion,
Mm-hmm.
and people think it's actually me adding to the conversation, like an audio component, but it's just yeah.
Okay. Well, but I
So
don't think you're
make sure
racist
you're
for
on
doing
push to
that.
talk. Okay, make sure you're on push to talk, and
But I
only
don't have
talk.
Tourette's. I just almost said it anyway.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
dude,
sorry.
this got no excuse, man. There's no reason for you to say that word ever.
What if I'm reading it from a book?
Then you have to say like you're quoting, but then skip it over and just say N word.
But like, is that like a life rule or like an in here
Okay,
rule?
man, dude, you're too bricked for this conversation. You really don't get this.
Thank you.
He's just pulling your chain, bro. Just stop engaging with the guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like at some point the dude's too dumb. You
No,
know, like
no. He's purposely doing it. Obviously, just like stop responding, and he'll shut up.
Yeah.
I would say my epistemology, if somebody has that many questions and no answer you give them helps them get back to some sort of understanding, they just put on mute and you listen until you can get it. Then once you get it, then you'll be able to add some comment that will be a qualifying comment. And I'll add you back to the chat.
Yeah,
Hey, Phoenix, I
Uni,
think you're.
he did. Hold on, Uni, he did warn you several times, man. It was, I know he didn't go like, okay, I'm gonna warn you, okay, but he did like he was going on pretty patient with you, bud. Um, I got it. I know you may have been joking, but it is what it is, man. Okay.
Yeah, I think there's some
Uh,
feedback coming through your speakers too.
yeah, I know. I have to keep flipping the. I've got this new professional mic system, and I'm using a lavalier, and this one here I have to keep flipping on and off, which is a fucking pain in the ass. It's getting hard on the finger, so so I've been getting kind of lazy there, but I'll turn it off again between chats. Crit Uni in chat on the side chat promises to behave.
Okay. All right, Uni. There you go. I don't really look at side chat that often, so you're lucky someone helped you because it would took me a while to get back to it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks, Phoenix, as well.
I'm only looking at it because Ty told me about because I was having a conversation with someone else in here that wasn't, I guess, flat Earth conversation. So the one of the moderators in here was messaging over there because they don't talk in chat, and I was like, I don't fucking watch the side chat. I don't know.
Can someone
So
explain
he
the
brought my
drama that's
attention
going
to
on
it.
in there?
Well,
Oh my
here,
God,
Uni,
is there
let me
ever?
continue the conversation with you. Okay, so the reason why you don't use words like that, okay, is because they've been applied to certain groups of people
Oh,
that
can I be
will
honest
have.
though?
Uni,
Like,
listen, dude, listen. One
okay,
one
sorry.
mouth, two ears. Okay.
Okay, sorry. That's
And we
Dalai
want
Lama
this
said that.
space. Yeah, we want this space to be as inclusive as possible for all people, all identities. And simply put, we're better. Flat earthers are better globalists than globalists are. Globalists have this inclusive idea that some people are just disqualified from the conversation. Quite the opposite in the flat earth. Everyone is qualified. And we want to make sure that no one is chased away because somebody's using racial or harmful epithets towards their identities.
Yeah, I get that.
So that's the main reason why you don't say it. Okay, you don't say it because it could harm someone. It could actually harm. It could trigger them, for lack of a better word. And also the reason why you don't say it is it says more about you as a person and your value system. So there's more, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. You can go even deeper than that. And these go for all racial epithets. We a C word, F words, all these slurs are bannable. Not just for this channel, the whole server.
I think that's probably a good thing, I'd say.
Yeah, because you are wanting to make sure, right, that every single person on God's green earth feels open and accepted. Now you challenge the idea that they're presenting.
God's green flat Earth.
Yeah.
Okay?
Can I
Yeah,
ask you
there you
something about
go.
flat Earth as well? Actually, I'm interested.
Yeah, sure. Ask
So,
me anything. Okay, don't be
so
derpy about it. Okay.
I'm not going to try to be derpy about it. I apologize for my previous behavior, and I
Like, where's the edge? Is Australia real? Could it be dinosaur shaped? Don't be.
Could it be? Has anyone ever
Ask
asked you if
something.
it could be dinosaur shaped?
Yeah, there's like the really goofy memes out there. Like someone will see dinosaur shaped Earth where it's like the part that we live on's the tail or the back or something.
Oh wait, actually, can I ask why? Why would asking where the edge is? Why would that be like a stupid question?
Because it's a globe model that claims multiple edges. That leading edge of the geometric curve, that's their edge. They claim an edge. So asking the flat earther, where's the edge? Yeah, there's no edge, dude. There's no leading edge of a geometric shape. And then the double entendre is they tell you in the heliocentric model, there's no edge of the galaxy. It's just endless space expanding into more space. And it's
you
also
obviously
a closed container.
okay.
It's like, this is the weird. They're
What about
asking you.
planes and stuff? Do you ever like? I'm sure people constantly bring up like flight patterns and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, flight patterns, it's all based on the flat Earth.
Aren't there,
According to NASA, their WMAP scans show that the universe is flat, with a, what was it, a 0.6% chance of being incorrect. So if they're claiming that the universe is flat, why can't you believe that the Earth is flat?
Wait, when
Yeah,
did
the
what do you
concept.
mean they claimed that the universe was
Listen,
flat?
Uni. Okay, they're talking about all matter is on
Yeah.
this ecliptic
Hold
plane.
on, let me put that link for you, Uni. Okay,
Yeah,
because
go
it
for
is
Okay.
true. They do have that published. Hold on.
They're flat in the third dimension with a slight curve, creating a fourth dimensional universe. The universe is flat with a slight curve. And, when it circles around, it creates a fourth dimensional shape of the universe. That's the real shape of our universe. But we live in 3 dimensions, so we can't see it that way.
And are you a flat earther also?
Sorry? No.
Okay, interesting.
No, see, you don't have to be a flat earther to understand it. Matter of fact, you should understand flat Earth first before you start making arguments against it, telling people you disagree with it. It's like this weird thing where people come in here, they'll tell you, "Hey, flat Earth is X," and you're like, "Okay, well, flat Earth is X. How did you adjudicate that? Because you just went into a bunch of questions asking me
Right.
what flat Earth is. So how did you know and not know flat Earth is X at the same time? That would be,
Perfect.
that would be like, logically contradictory. That would be a P and not
Okay.
P, knowledge and no knowledge."
I posted the link from NASA, and no, it's not saying that it's because it comes around in a fucking curve. It's literally saying that the shape of the universe is flat with, my bad, it wasn't 0.6%, it was 0.4% chance of error, according
So I
to
guess
their information.
my other question on that is, if you trust what NASA is saying about the universe, why don't you trust what NASA is saying about the Earth?
No, it's not about trust.
Well,
it's
it's not
about
about trust. It's essentially showing you that what they believe, if they believe, and that's in your belief system, this thing, I know you trust that source. I don't trust that source.
Yeah, because a
Right?
lot of
Okay.
times
So I'm
people
giving
will
you.
say, "Oh, Phoenix, go ahead." Yeah, I didn't mean to step on you.
So
Go ahead.
often the best sources to quote from a liar is their own lie, their own information, because they'll leak a little bit of truth here and there, okay, and blend it in with their lies and make the lies believable. Why isn't this something that's more published than the other stuff, right? Why is this so buried? Why do you have to dig for this, right? Why don't you know about this? Right? You know about all the other things they're telling you about, how they're mapping, these other planets that are fucking hundreds of billions of light years away, and they know what the composite of the atmosphere is, but you can't see a satellite in
Well,
fucking space.
spectroscopy is a real science. I'll be clear.
Yeah, but not to that distance. Okay,
Not
it's not.
astro. Yeah, when you
Yeah.
put the astro in front of stuff, it is no longer science. I mean, there's a real great quote from
It means
William
star.
Shatner. William Shatner, who talked about really this exact thing, a science NASA spokesman. He said all these astro things are just sci-fi. It's not actual observation. It's not actual science. It's NASA or people, scientists, coming up with a story that seems to match the not observation, the idea.
You know what, Crit, you're actually perfectly right. So let's not talk about NASA, government. Let's just use our eyes, okay, and our logic. All right, let's have a conversation that simple. All right, let's forget about government. Let's forget about all the videos of Moon. Let's just forget all. Let's just talk about. Can you please give me a model of our Earth, please? Could you put something in the chat of the model of our planet, please? A map, a model, anything of our planet, if it's possible.
Well, we
Thank
don't
you.
know very much about the planet. That's the thing. We only have a certain area that we've explored. There are some older maps, like one that was found in a Buddha temple or whatever, that they uncovered, and that shows other land masses outside.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
we're
I know,
kind
but
of see.
but can you please any model, just
Yeah,
the
see,
most
this is a
recent.
problem. Zach, listen, you're down the logical air right now because you said what you asked and what you requested are two very different things. So inside your framework, you said let's only use our senses and no sources, no citations or anything, and just
Mhm.
figure out what you perceive the Earth to be, and then said on a model, not in real
No,
life.
the
Use a
model is just a base. The model is just
yeah,
a base
no,
to
it'd be a
explain later on.
reification. It'd be a reification fallacy. It does, no model is going to represent all aspects of what the Earth is.
What about the
But our model
bottom?
it does though.
Show me your
That's the
model.
only difference.
How about show
But
me
that's
your
the
model? Post your model that you're talking from, so at least I know what you're talking about. What's your model? What do you mean when you say model? Just drop it there
I don't
right in
even know
chat.
how.
Just,
Yeah, I
just,
know.
just,
Yeah.
just screenshot it, citation. Show me what the fuck you're talking about when you say you want to see a model of Earth.
Mhm. 1 second.
I mean, whenever anybody asks for like a model or something, they just want to know like how the world functions, right? And I feel like those are basic questions that we need to be able to answer as like curious human beings. How does the sun do what it does? How does the moon do what it does? How does the earth do
Yeah,
what it
that's
does? Why
basically
is
my
the earth
question.
flat?
Yeah, so drop
If you
that in
could just.
chat. So drop that in chat what you think
Okay,
your
so we both
model
do it,
is.
right? So we both send a
Well,
picture.
no,
All right, you
after
send me a model of
you
Well,
yours.
no,
No,
you
no, no. I
post
how
what
asked you
you're
about
first,
talking.
though. No, no, no. Crit. I asked you first, though. Right? Did I not?
okay, Zachy,
Okay,
Zachy.
yes, it disqualify. I'm not the one talking about
Okay,
models. You are. If you want to take the discussion to models, show me the model.
hold on. I've got information about this for you. Okay, all right. So Uni and Zachy,
Yeah, what's up?
in order for us to get a reasonable model, we need to have restrictions removed off of Antarctica so that we can actually continue exploration. Right now, we're kind of trapped within this little fucking model, and told that everything's been explored, and you're not allowed to Antarctica.
That's not
Okay,
true.
it is absolutely true. You can go to the little peninsula that's off the fucking coast of pointing towards Australia. Okay, but you can't actually go to Antarctica.
You can email the State Department and ask them to set up, ask them for permission to set up a private expedition because they have to notify member nations of the Antarctic Treaty that like somebody is wanting to make an expedition. I've emailed the State Department. I've asked them what the conditions are to set up a private expedition. I've been doing the Flat Earth thing for a while, and this is something that comes up. Now, you can email the State Department, and they will respond with next steps. It's not like it's barred for entry. It's totally possible. There's just a few steps, few hoops
So
to
how
do.
did you do it? How did you get a globe model and you've never done those steps?
I certainly don't need to personally go to Antarctica to like know that it exists and people have been there and people have done research there.
What are the steps, homie?
I can get the email. I'll post the text, the email in the chat then.
Okay, isn't it something you have to specify exactly where you're going to go specifically, and you're barred from going further than a certain point? You're not allowed to essentially just continue on a long trek through Antarctica. You have to essentially go to designated zones that they allow to you, right?
It's more like you outline what the point of your expedition is. You outline why you're going there, where you're going to go, and then okay, well you're going to go to this area that's home to this like flock of penguins, there's going to be some environmental protection, like, you know, waivers you're going to have to do. There's going to be some considerations you're going to have to make. You're going to have to make clear to us that you're not going to damage the environment when you're doing this expedition, right? That's like the main concern. But as far as like going to a specific place, I'm sure you're going to have to go to where you say you're going to go. But so long as you say you're going to go to the South Pole, and it's like, well, go ahead. Okay, plenty of people go to the South Pole. People ski to the South Pole.
Well,
That's part of like, you know,
well,
competitions, right?
the purpose of this endeavor would be for exploration. Okay,
Certainly.
so you know, kind of like Admiral Byrd, right? You know, you want to go there, you want to explore, and you want to continue on a long trek, which is going to be arduous. You know, to see what happens at the other end, right? And that's not. And I'm telling you this right now, they're not going to let you just fucking do that. There's a point over there that you're not allowed to pass.
Yeah, bro. You're gonna need machines. You're gonna need machines, right? And fuel, right? And all the logistics for all your men and all of that shit.
Now, what happened?
Right? Try getting that shit approved, right? You can submit forms all day long. It's not about submitting forms. It's about getting approval.
So I mean, you're making it sound like no private citizen has ever ventured to Antarctica.
Dude, nobody's saying go there as a private citizen with like a backpack and 5 days worth of food and just chill out for a couple of days.
Right, you set up a private expedition.
We're talking about exploratory expeditions, dude, that involve a lot of logistics.
No, I fully understand
that. You're not just bringing like 2 sled dogs and a couple MREs and a can of Sterno. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
But you're making it sound like nobody's ever done that, though. Like people have set up explorations before.
No, the last person to do that was Admiral Byrd, and then after that was when there was the Treaty of Nations to not allow any further expeditions, and this is it. It's scientific, and we're protecting the environment, and we're not going to war here, and all those other things. It's kind of interesting that the one piece of property on the fucking planet that you have, how many nations agree they're not going to fight over it? You don't find that suspect in itself, do you?
What's interesting about that talking point is the 2 places that don't exist are magically the 2 places where governments can get along with each other. Space and Antarctica. Everywhere else in creation, all of creation, they can't even agree on basic fishing lanes. They'll roll out the warships over
Aren't those
which
more
way
important though? Like fishing lanes, it wouldn't like a fishing lane or like the sea near your country, isn't that a lot more relevant to any government than the moon?
No, the point is that there's nothing people will ever get along with. They're constantly battling over an ever small, dwindling pool of resources. Except right, outer space, which they tell you is unlimited resources. Supposedly they're sending a probe to a completely iron planet like Cybertron, where it's worth more than the Earth itself. Like this planet would be worth more than everything.
Have you
But
guys?
then on top of
wasn't that a gold asteroid that they were talking about? And they're
I call it
something to go
Cybertron.
mine it. Yeah,
They call it
it's
Psych.
like,
Yeah, they call it Psych, but I call it Cybertron. So they
do
found
you guys
Cybertron.
know who Professor
Yeah,
Dave is?
Dude, hold on. All right, take a breath. So then they can fight over all these little things. They can't find any way to agree on not one thing they ever agree on. They
That's
got the
not
UN
true.
general. Dude, why do you keep interrupting me?
Well, you just said like you stopped me from speaking to say the same thing you already said.
Yeah, because I haven't got through the whole thing yet. You keep interrupting.
I thought you finished before, and I asked you a
Okay.
question.
No, here, I'll just go quick. All right, then, since you don't seem to get it. The only place where governments get along are places that don't exist. Antarctica and low orbit.
Well, what about all the satellites that go around the Earth that create sat nav and GPS and all that stuff?
Low orbit.
So your point is, but those are okay. I think I get what you mean. I guess my other question is.
Yeah, hold on a second, though, brother. You need another answer. So the GPS system and all of that, even though it was proprietary from the DoD, it's actually allowed to be used by everybody. You see? So it is shared.
Well, I guess that's my point.
And it's also land-based, not satellite-based.
But my point is, like, these systems function through the necessity of satellites orbiting. Like, even you use the word orbit, like they're going around the Earth.
Yeah, so if you orbit your house and you walk around your house, did you just prove your
Yeah, you'll
house?
see it.
But they're not going sideways
Yeah,
around.
yeah,
They're going
brother.
end
You
over
messed
the
up.
whole of the Earth.
Yeah, but you messed up, dude. All that they need to be at best is a high altitude so they get a good propagation angle over the terrain. That's it. They only need to be functionally at high altitude. That's it. They don't need to be flying around a ball. They just need to be up high above the surface so that the propagation angles of the signal are able to reach a wide area. That's it. That's the only
But how would they be able to stay there if they're not
Velcro
orbiting?
against the fucking dome, buddy. Come on.
Dude, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Did
There's a
you
very
say
simple
Velcro across the dome?
friend,
That's actually really
there's a
funny.
very simple principle. I'll give it to you like this. If you put a boat that's watertight, okay, on the ocean,
Yeah.
will it stay on the ocean? The answer is yes. It will just stay there. It'll just float on the ocean forever.
That's because it's got water under it.
Correct. So
Yeah.
if you do the same principle, right, of buoyancy and density, and you take a helium balloon with mylar and compression, right, compression lines around the mylar, you could send an object to high altitude and it will just stay up there.
Okay.
So it's not
satellites
impossible.
aren't
Just check it out.
helium
Hold on,
balloons,
friend.
though.
I'm just telling you. I'm
Okay.
just telling you. It's not impossible. Now, you mock the idea of helium balloons. I want to submit to you, friend, that there are, for a fact, NASA-funded high-altitude balloons. Okay? This is a fact. It's not even up for debate.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. Like, that's a totally different conversation. I'm talking about satellites.
Yeah, so say you. Hey, listen, friend, I just told you that a lot of the stuff could be done with high-altitude objects, and I told you a methodology that could be used to put things in high altitude.
Right? You didn't really, because what you're saying isn't.
Yes, I did.
It's not correct that these
Yeah,
satellites.
sure. So says you, brother. But
Hey,
I'm telling you that functionally,
Crit, where's the moderator? You keep interrupting me. You got so mad at me
yes,
for
I'm
doing it.
look,
I thought we treated everyone equally here. And now I
You
feel like getting
started
attacked.
interrupting me, so now I'm just going to steamroll over you. That's how it works.
I didn't interrupt you.
Or option two is I just mute you. There you go. How about that? Okay? You're laughing and mocking the idea that high altitude objects, right, can't accomplish this task. But I'm telling you that functionally and logistically, these objects exist and they are capable of completing this task. All right, go ahead.
All right, Uni, here, number two things of moderation real quick, all right? You're not running the channel, so don't pretend like you are. And number two, remember we talked about this right from the very beginning. One mouth, two ears. One mouth, two. Talk once, listen twice. You're the one with the questions here. If you have questions, you talk once, speak once, ask a question, listen twice. Okay? So don't let me down, man. Follow that. Okay. You're not real quick.
Right.
Yeah, but you start telling people, "Oh, what do we do around here?"
Yeah,
you'll learn. You'll learn either the hard way or the easy way.
Okay, I get it.
Are you dumb or smart? The smart people learn the easy way. Dumb people learn the hard way.
Okay, I get it. I understand. So, AI Overlord 2.0. Firstly, I love your name. Secondly, I think the reason what you're saying is patently absurd is because we've seen all the time, there's so much documented footage of it. People can go in person and look at them. We can see satellites get launched, and we see that they're rockets with propellant in them that are shooting them into the atmosphere. We're not like, we can see them get launched. We can see that it's not a helium balloon.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me you have footage of an actual physical satellite? That's your claim? Yeah, go ahead and provide that. Go ahead and provide it, dude.
Okay. I will. I'll send you a video right now.
Even so, that doesn't debunk my point, because I'm saying that the helium balloons are sufficient to the task. That's fine. If you're saying there's these other things, that's fine as well.
Well, no, doesn't it? No,
There's
that's
like,
not
what I'm trying to tell you is there's nothing wrong with just an object at high altitude in a semi-buoyant environment, right? That's where it's able to be. That's just above the Earth. It doesn't have to be above around a giant ball. It could just be above the Earth. That's it, and it could accomplish the same task.
Okay, but this is a huge issue for your ideology or for your
No, it
theory.
isn't. Not at
Because
all.
I'll explain why, right? Because if rockets are being used to launch satellites into the into space, right? And those satellites are only staying there because they're being like held in place and orbiting around the Earth because it's a globe and it's using the Earth's gravity to orbit.
Oh,
that totally
that's an
destroys
assumption.
your entire.
No, it doesn't. See, you carried those assumptions over. See, here's the practicality of the thing. If you need a rocket to send a heavy object up to a certain zone, where once it passes a certain area, it then becomes buoyant in itself for whatever reason, whether it passes a certain energy barrier or energy state. I'm speaking, sir.
But
Whether
I'm
it passes a
confused. I
certain,
just want to ask you to
shut the fuck
clarify
up.
that.
Shut
Well,
it. Shut it.
I don't know
Shut
what you
it.
mean though.
Shut it. Shut it. Shut it. Thank you. So, for example, when you take a ball filled with air and you take it down under your pool and you let go, it'll float to the top of the pool, right?
Yeah.
Right. See, you're laughing, dude. You're laughing because you're stupid as fuck. That's why. You understand me? You are so full of assumptions up your ass about the nature of the world that you can't even entertain an idea contrary-wise. Now, it is the mark of an intelligent mind to be able to entertain ideas that they don't agree with. So clearly you're not intelligent. So why am I wasting my time on you?
Yeah, the cackle was a disqualified. He's not. I mean, I told him, dude, mouth once, ears twice. Okay, Zach, you right? I haven't seen you post a
Pay
model
attention.
yet.
Pay attention, dude. There's an
I did
assumption.
earlier.
No, hold on. I'm going to finish where my thought.
Oh, okay, sure.
So you're not the only person listening, right? So there's this assumption that from the ground outwards from the Earth, it has a certain category of space to it. This space is full of air, this space is full of less dense air, this space is full of a different gas, whatever. Then eventually you get to a part that's different. So all as I'm positing the idea is that if you just take the assumptions away from the heliocentric paradigm and put different assumptions in, you could still end up with an environment that's high above the Earth or far away from the Earth, to where things are able to float for whatever reason. Maybe it's a different density. Maybe it's a different energy state. Maybe you pass into a completely different zone. Whatever it is, once the object is in that zone, it's able to stay there. Now, that being true, doesn't require a globe underneath the object. It just requires a differential of energies and equilibrium of forces, whatever those forces are. So the idea of an object above the Earth, circling around the Earth, right, above, is really not impossible. So to claim that only a globe can account for these things is just a bias.
Perfect. Okay, again, as my point earlier before I got muted for no reason. Again, I don't want to talk about space or satellites, NASA, government, none of that. Let's just use very basic knowledge that we learned in elementary, all right, that you can apply logic to. Again, why ask for a model? Because I don't want to straw man. I don't want to give a fake model that you guys don't believe in, right? Like a floating disc. I'm just asking for a model that you guys could provide to me so I can do some explanation and some,
Absolutely. I'll give you a model right now. I'll give you a model right now, brother. Here's the model.
Perfect. Thank you
Okay,
very
pay
much.
attention. Open your mind.
I will,
And
absolutely.
let this fact sink in.
Absolutely.
Water is flat.
No, of course, but yeah, could you put the model in, please?
That's the model. Water is flat. So if you imagine the Earth in which your territory, which you have access to, has 70% of the surface territory being covered by water, then it cannot possibly be a globe.
Yeah. Again, but could you please
that's
put a
it.
model in the chat though? That's all I'm asking for.
A model of what, dude? A model of what? I just modeled water for you.
No, sorry, a map. Sorry, a map of our Earth.
Can I give you a model?
Dude, I haven't. Listen, friend, I have not charted. I have not charted the entire Earth, so I couldn't give you a chart of the whole Earth, bro.
Okay, my model predicts that the Earth is infinite in expanse and flat, and that it's designed as the way the Bible describes it, that He separated the waters above from the waters below. Okay, creating the firmament. That's what we call Earth. Okay, there's no mention of a dome per se, but the waters above are pretty clear that He separated waters, and that's why we see interesting types of refraction when you look at a microscope, unadulterated by computer processors. Okay. Now, the other thing is, when it comes to satellites, I'm a bit skeptical of that. I've done some work in, and I have not seen anything that isn't carried from tower to tower. Like, it's generally line of sight shit. And I don't know, man. Here's the thing: you look up at the sky, all right. You're supposedly looking at a star that's billions of light years away. You can see that clear, okay, but you can't see the fucking satellites. There's supposed to be like what 100,000 of them floating around us right now.
Again,
right?
I don't want to talk about satellites.
You can't see.
Right?
Hold on. No. I'm just saying, and you can't see fucking one.
You're right. No, you're right. No, Billy, don't even get into it. Stop, Billy, don't even get into it. Okay, I'm sorry.
But I know
Phoenix.
why.
I know, of course, because the stars are much brighter than, or the sun and the moon is much brighter than those. But anyways, doesn't matter. Again, Phoenix. Okay. Again, I'm asking you for a map or model, like in the chat, not just you talking out. Please, may I have a model of our planet? A map, like in the chat, like not you explaining it to me. Can you please show me a map of our Earth, please?
Okay,
That's
I'll
what
give
I'm
you
asking
one
for.
model that I trust a lot more than the fucking current shit. Give me a second.
Perfect, thank you.
Why do you want a model so bad?
Oh, just so that I can just show some things. That's all. Not.
Well,
Because
the
again,
reason people ask for a model so often is because a model can't be made for the flat Earth because it's impossible to explain basically any phenomenon on the flat Earth.
Yes, that's basically yes, that is correct. Yes, because again, I
You
don't want to.
can't, you can't make a model because the sun doesn't make sense. You can't make a model because the moon doesn't make sense. You can't make a model because the Earth itself doesn't make sense. That's the reason there's no model. It's not because people haven't gone out and done it. It's because logically, physically, you can't put it together.
Impossible. That's why I'm asking. Right. That's all. That's all. All right. Perfect. Okay.
Posted it. Okay. I trust that one a lot more.
All right. Okay. So I can see. All right. It's very small. There's no.
Just to be just to be clear, okay. Those rings are something that were added after the fact. Okay. But the map itself is something that was there, like all of the blotches and whatnot. That was essentially what was explored at that time.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So again.
That is his model. That's nobody's model but his.
Yeah, exactly. So Fidget, do you have maybe a model?
That's a Buddha. That's from the Buddha, like the one that was found in the Buddha temple.
Okay, perfect. So you guys don't agree on
map
this
is
model.
really
so
old.
Fidget, could you give me a model then, a more recent one with like science or like better science or better information on it, if possible, Fidget? Because this one there's not much information. There's no like I don't know. There's no scale.
There's no model, bro.
Yeah, there's no model, correct?
Yeah, there's no model.
Why is that?
Why do you want to hop from model to model, like trying to debunk everything? Like, just forget about the models.
We just talked about the model. There won't be a model because there can't be a model.
I'm sorry. So you're just saying forget about a map of the Earth? We don't need it. We don't want it. We don't. Right?
No, you're missing the point. You want it, not we. There's no we here. Okay.
Oh, so sorry. I'm sorry. We as a human race. Sorry.
No, for all humanity, are you? Are you speaking for all humanity? Are you?
Right now, yeah, I am. Sorry, sadly, yeah.
Okay, I would call that a disqualifying statement.
Okay, you're right.
You
Okay.
objectively know that you are not speaking for all humanity. You know that's a fact. So if you're
Sorry, yeah, no.
inside where facts are no longer facts because you're that triggered that you don't have a map,
Triggered?
then yeah, because you haven't posted your
Oh,
map yet.
yeah, again, I did post it earlier, but
The UTM, that's gonna be you're gonna go with that.
yeah, for now. I mean, it's something, right? It's not the best. Again, but
You think this
all
is
I'm
a
asking
map,
for,
a full map of Earth, and this makes sense to you? Flat. You present a flat map and tell me it's not flat. This is a
yeah.
curved. This is a globe map. This is a globe model and map.
Oh, okay, sorry. You want a globe? Perfect. All right, my bad.
I don't want anything from you. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about when you say you want a map and a model. What's the map and model you're currently using as your intellectual firepower to say this is the burden of proof? This is the standard of evidence. This is what
Perfect.
you want to see, something along the same lines as this. Show me
brother.
this.
I want to
Something like
see.
that.
I want to see a
Something
globe
like that.
map. Listen, I want
Something
to see
like
a
this.
globe.
Just your normal classroom globe. How about this? Your
Yeah,
perfect
yeah,
normal
great. So I
classroom
want to
globe.
see a globe. I want to see a globe where all the dimensions are correct according to claim, and that they match shipping lanes, flight
Yeah,
routes, and the angles to
that's
the sun.
about
You got
correct.
one of those? Do you
Yeah,
have one
I'm
of
pretty
those?
sure
Yes or
that's.
no? No,
Yeah, I
you
have one
don't, because
in my room.
no, you don't. You don't, brother. You think you do, but you don't.
Okay, flip that.
Right.
Flip that underneath. Read the sign that's on the bottom of that. Home decor.
Yeah.
What?
So
What's it
I'll
say?
tell you this, brother. Check it out. So our dear old departed friend Antonio Subarats, he charted shipping lane informations and logbooks and timescales and paths of the sun, and he found out that measured against globes, he bought all kinds of globes and he measured them, and they all were wrong. All of them.
You know what? Maybe they're wrong again, but you keep swaying away from the fact. May you please give me a model of our Earth?
Yeah, you haven't
Map.
done that yet.
I'll do it. I'll
Again,
do it. Hold on. I will do it. I will do it. I will do it.
Perfect.
Give
Thank you,
me.
AI lover.
Hold on. Listen. Give me $100 billion, and I will buy a fleet of ships, and I will go chart this Earth, bro.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right. So I guess
You don't understand what you're asking for.
All right. Sorry.
Okay, so now you know inside your worldview you have no model and you have no map.
All right. So
You thought you did.
I have to do this because you guys aren't. So I'm gonna have to go with this. I'm gonna have to go with this. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know if that's wrong. I'm gonna have to put this as your model for flat Earth. It's in chat.
Okay, this is a
Dude, okay, that's
disqualifying.
great.
That's a straw man, and straw man is a formal logical fallacy, which is a disqualification. Okay, when you
If you believe in
disqualify,
the globe, you believe that the core is molten. All right, and where's your proof for that?
yeah, here, Phoenix, real quick though. The best part here is he shows the AE projection of the globe, then tells me that's my flat Earth on his globe.
Yeah, I know.
See, this is
I heard that. I caught that.
this is the best part. Then he'll tell me this model or this map doesn't work, and I'm like, great, dude. So which one did you just debunk? Globe or math? Which one? Which one did you, Zach? That's what you have to put in the chat right now. You think you debunked which one? Which one are you debunking right now with this globe projection? Globe or math? Well, one of those two things have to go in your worldview now. Or you can say this is also not a working model or map of your globe. Your globe doesn't have a working model or map. See, this is what happens when you try to straw man an argument. You end up with egg on your face. That's why they say don't do that. It's a formal logical fallacy that leads you down the wrong pipeline and generally ends up with you destroying your own worldview because you added in your assumption to somebody else's idea. You sunk your own battleship. You couldn't even deliver the fleet to AI. The first battleship you rolled off the assembly line, you torpedoed it. Yeah, Zach, you have to type in math or globe. Which one's debunked in the model you just posted? Which one doesn't work? Math doesn't work or the globe doesn't work? That's your two choices there. If your claim is what you just posted, the AE projection at 39 minutes after the hour, one of them is a broke. One of them breaks the globe. Okay, which one? If this does or does that work? Do you think that map works? So your choices are A. I'm out for you. So I'll.
Oh, I'm unmuted. Yay. Hey, so can we go back to
Lucky
satellite?
us.
I know Zacky's obsessed with the model, which I understand because it doesn't sound like any of the flat earthers here are even gonna propose a model. I don't think.
No, it's on you. If you want a model, show me what you're talking about.
Well, I think most people would agree that the globe model is
which one? Cite it.
Well, I'm happy to just go with the thing that Zachy posted, the one like just a normal child globe, basically.
Okay, what's on the bottom of that? So what's the feedback you were given when you flip those over?
About home decor. I didn't really know what you meant.
Okay, are those so you can go to any store and just buy a model of the Earth, and you think it's perfect? It all matches up. It all works just fine. All the distances and directions.
There's acknowledgements that the proportions aren't perfect because the Earth isn't a literal perfect globe, but instead to make something that can be distributed to make a little more sense for people, they do things like make some countries look a little smaller and some countries look a little bigger. Wait, so why is he allowed to laugh at me? If I laughed at someone else and they got muted.
Okay, this is a disqualifying. You've been told already multiple times, okay? A little giggle here and there is quite a wide miles distance.
That's my bad. I couldn't help
miles
myself.
distance, and your excessive cackling repeated cackling when the AI was trying to tell you something. What you're saying was fucking hilarious. Okay, that's a difference. AI was answering your question, and you should have been listening. Okay, while you were just droning on, and it was fucking hilarious. I'm not sure more people should have laughed. Dude, you are just like hysterical right now. You tell me, oh, look at my map, it works, and then you go on to explain all the things why it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay, dude, your map doesn't work. So why would you ask for something? Say, show me a non-working map. Pick any of them. They're all non-working. Every single map. This is what people told you right from the beginning. A map is a reification fallacy. Every map has errors in it. None of them. You can do it yourself. Make your own map. Map out your room. Map out your house or your bedsit or wherever you live. Map out anything. Okay, you're gonna always find some error in it. There's no way to perfectly map out the terrain. It doesn't work that way. That's why it's a formal logical fallacy, a reification fallacy. To then say this map matches reality 100%. Nope, it doesn't. Which is why I'm waiting for Zach, dude. Which one? Which the model map you posted? You got some choices there. Is it not a working map? Is it not working because of math, or is it not working because it is working? So you got working or not working, and then if it's working, let's look at it. Let's evaluate it. If it's not working, let's look at why it's not working. You just got to type the letter A, B, or C, okay? You have to type out the whole dissertation. Just one letter, A, B, or C. That's it, dude. I don't mind sitting here. You guys make it seem like you guys need to speak, okay? No, you don't. You need to listen. You need to listen. Because only thing to get, if you want to get unmuted, you'll type the letter A, B, or C. Which one? That's it. That's all you need to do. And just follow. Show me your. Because I'll sit here in silence. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather have silence than some numbnut, talking a bunch of gibberish, sticking up the airways and putting a bunch of nonsense into the ether. Fuck that.
That's what you're doing. Oh, what? Oh,
That's a squawk, dude. You want to rethink that, or you put you on mute?
I'm sorry. I had my mic setting on the wrong way. I'm sorry.
No problem. Yeah, you could. So it's okay. Everyone's got opinions. They say everyone opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one, and they all stink. The problem would be when you think your subjective opinion is suddenly objective and give no logical syllogism as to why. Nothing at all. You just squawk and just pretend like what you said is just truth. As long as you know that you're just subjectively speaking from your personal point of view, and if you can't subjectively also change that would be somewhat functioning inside this space, then this space is not for you. It's just not. And you know it too. Because inside your subjective worldview, your subjective paradigm, you are unable to find a voice here. So it's a self disqualification.
Doesn't that apply to everybody though?
Anybody who says what would they have to do?
It's no everybody, not anybody who says whatever. Everybody.
Okay, how about
period.
this? Here's a good example. Yesterday we had a guy come in here who said that he doesn't want to talk to stupid people. Because people asked him, "Hey, what are you thinking about the Earth? Right? What's going on here?" He says, "No, I don't want to talk to stupid people." And you're like, "Okay, well, you don't want to talk to stupid people." And they said, "Well, are flat earthers stupid?" He's like, "Yeah, flat earthers are stupid people." So you join a Discord channel and you don't want to talk to the people in the channel. He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, I'll put you on mute. You can listen." Says you don't want to talk, you don't need a microphone. And then he triggered. Then he got all upset. "You're silencing me. This is aggressive. This is unfair muting." I go, "Dude, I'm holding you to your subjective worldview. Inside your subjective worldview, you told me you don't want to talk to stupid people. And you also said everybody in the room, everybody is either stupid because they're a flat earther or they're stupid for talking to stupid people. So if I turn your microphone off to help you follow your worldview, suddenly now you don't like it and you start squealing. It shows, okay, it shows that your subjective worldview seems to only apply to other people. When it's applied back to you, suddenly you don't, not you, the guy I was talking about yesterday. Suddenly you don't like it. And that should have been a wake up call, but instead he just starts DMing people, posting gay porn, and it just completely spurgs out. Until eventually, we say, "Hey, this is what this guy's doing. Okay, get him out of here."
He was probably a troll anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And he ended up trolling himself. And once he realized that he talked himself into a corner, the only thing he had left was to try to trigger other people. But it's not going to work because he already made himself out to be a complete fool.
Yeah, I would never do that. I would never say flat earthers are stupid. I would say that I disagree with them. That's all I'd say. But I've seen enough, a good amount of flat earthers saying that I'm stupid for believing what I believe.
You'll never be called. I think you misheard. No one's ever going to tell you you're stupid for what you believe. Your beliefs are your beliefs, and you use them based on your subjective worldview. It's neither stupid nor whatever incoherent. If someone says, "I just believe this" because you want to believe it, that's you. That's not anyone else.
Huh.
It's like when you say my belief is now truth, and then try to say other people have to take your belief as truth. That's when it becomes stupid.
Yeah,
because not only
definitely.
I'm not talking about you. Okay, I'm gonna keep saying you.
Yeah,
A person with
the
a
only
belief.
thing that
I know what you
the only
mean.
thing I've ever done
Okay.
with regards to this, the only thing I've ever done with regards to this is just try to encourage people to keep an open mind and question things. It's not even so much about the shape of the fucking planet, but it's about you might want to question the sources, question the people that are like, what is the purpose of them to sit there and you know, like from a very young age, basically, you just put all this subliminal shit in the room and never allow you to question it. Like you're not allowed to question it. Like you literally cannot question it. Why is that? Right? So it's more about thinking critical than it is anything else, you know. And I encourage you to do it. I don't know. What do you think, Crit? Do you think that's
Yeah, just being able to
yeah.
talk about it, like very simply, right? If they come to this channel, they know it's a flat Earth channel. They know people in here are flat Earthers, and suddenly they can't talk anymore. They lost all ability to articulate their point of view, and they've lost all ability to understand what someone else is saying. Like here, this guy in text chat was just droning on about saying I was saying I'm a server moderator. Did I say anything remotely similar to that? What exactly did I say that sent him down that pipeline?
No, I don't think you've never said you were a moderator in here.
Just for this channel.
Did he? Oh, maybe he clicked on your thing here.
Yeah.
He must have clicked on your thing and saw the tag. Because I know you didn't mention it, so.
Yeah, but I told a story about the guy who spurged out yesterday and started posting gay porn. So I blocked him from. All I did was shut his mic off.
Eh?
All I did was. This is the story, is the lore. I said I shut the guy's mic off because inside his worldview, he declared he does not want to talk to stupid people and said all people in this channel are stupid people, even if they're not flat earthers. They're stupid people. So he even deems himself to be a stupid person.
Are you
so
still on that? Are you
no,
like
Billy? Billy, listen. The lore came up again with another story. Okay, so just relax. Okay, take a breath. You will survive hearing a story
I love
again.
Billy.
Okay. So then, after that, he got completely upset at being muted after he said he didn't want to talk, and then spurred out and started posting gay porn in people's DMs. Then people had to say, "Hey, this is what this guy's doing," and then he got removed from the server. It wasn't me. I never. At no point did I say I did that. All I said was, "Watch how hard this guy triggered over following his own worldview."
You know, it's interesting. You know, certain people, you give them a taste of their own fucking medicine, they freak the fuck out. It's just like, well, you dish it out, you claim that you can take it, you're tough. Well, here you go. No, I can't take it. But yeah, no, you know what? Here's the thing, man. The whole flat Earth stuff. You know, okay, there's some people that are. You've got posers. You got people that believe in certain parts of it. And then you have, you know, people like myself who are like, okay, well, I don't really know what fucking shape it is. Okay, I don't care. Okay, but what I do care about is that we are being lied to. Okay, and I mean that's something that's clear. You know.
Here, Phoenix, let me real quick. I just gotta get Uni in here real quick. Okay, Uni, you get one chance to articulate why you think Spurg is a slur after the citation I posted here. Other than that, I'm just gonna kick you out of the room for the rest of for 2 days.
Wait, that feels really harsh.
Yeah, because you dropped a claim on the table that I dropped a slur, so now you have to defend it or retract it.
Well, Spurg is very subjective, correct? Like it's
okay. So if you took offense to it, is it your problem or my problem? Because I could tell you what I meant.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, right here. It comes from this guy, Charles Haddon Spurgeon. Was an English Baptist preacher. He basically would get up on his pulpit and just start screaming like the whole. You've seen these Southern Baptist preachers, right? Where they just get up there and they give this long oratorial display, like almost like a show, like Shakespeare in the Park type thing. That's what I call spurging.
Yeah, that's fine, but I think most people would say that it's a derogatory term for someone with Asperger's.
Okay, so you would think that, but is that correct or is it incorrect?
I have
Well, I already
Asperger's, and I
thought
don't
of-
think. Hold on, hey, I have Asperger's, and I don't think it's derogatory.
That's fine, but
Yeah,
if a
and the
black
same
person
thing
I know
too.
came
it's an
here
Like,
and said
anecdote,
that they
but
didn't think, wait, sorry, if a black person came in here and said they didn't think the N-word was offensive, that
oh
wouldn't.
my god, dude.
I've never heard of
This is a guy who talked about Tourette's and stuff too. Dude, you're just get the fuck out. You're too dumb, man.
He's just trying to straw man you again, dude. We got citations right here. Charles, dude. Charles Haddon.
It's the same last name. It's like attributing an action to a guy who exactly does it. Okay, someone who gets up on the pulpit, pretends they're speaking all this truth, and they just bowl right through everybody in this grand display. Okay, that's where it comes from. This type of oratorial behavior has nothing to do with a neurological function. Because Asperger's people don't do that. Okay, that's not something you see. People with Asperger syndrome do that. People become hyper focused on one topic, and they're very good at it. Some of it's like a
All right.
superpower.
Okay. You don't need to defend yourself anymore. Now, moving on to a flat Earth topic. This is kind of an interesting one. Let me know if you've heard this one before. So it deals with two empirical truths. Okay. But before I begin, when I use the word latitude, I know that's kind of a loaded word. People think I'm talking about a great circle on the Earth. You're standing at a certain point on that circumference, right? Something like that. Great circle. It's not a great circle. Latitude is merely the elevation angle of Polaris, and then again it gets into like how did you take the elevation angle when you have a curved surface? But given that you can take an elevation angle still while on a globe, you take the elevation angle of Polaris, right? That's your latitude. Doesn't really matter, what that elevation angle is, so long as you can take an elevation angle of it. That's your latitude. That's just what we call latitude, and that's an empirical truth. I mean, as in, your latitude is determined by the elevation angle of Polaris, right? And then the second is that the distance between each degree of latitude, like, as you move north or as you move south and Polaris sinks or rises in the sky, that shows a decrease or increase of latitude, right? And as the star sinks or rises in the sky and its elevation angle changes and thus your latitude changes, the distance between each degree of latitude on this Earth, not on the flat Earth, not on the globe Earth, but on Earth, just in general, is essentially constant. It's essentially, I believe, 60 nautical miles, 69 nautical miles. It's 111 kilometers. I know that one for certain. So it's roughly 111 kilometers. And but that type of near constant measurement is only possible on a globe. It couldn't be possible on a flat Earth. The factor between 0 degrees latitude and 1 degree latitude, between 89 degrees latitude and 90 degrees latitude, it's a factor of 6. Basically, the distance between 0 degrees to 1 degrees and 89 degrees to 90 degrees would be 6 times larger, right? On a flat Earth. But that's just not what we see. That's just not what's measured physically, the distance between two latitudes. And there's a lot of different people who have measured it. I mean, Snellius, Richard Norwood, Malpertus, and the French geodesic expedition. There's a lot of different people who have throughout history. I mean, we're talking back in the 1700s, right? Of course, I can't use satellites because that's a whole
I actually
problem,
have
right?
a counter. I do have a counter using that information, actually. Okay. So first I'm going to start with an analogy, okay? I know generally they're not good, but trust me, this one actually meets out the perspective. Okay, so you're standing, let's say, on the left side of your car, okay? The car's not going to move, okay? And you're facing away from the car, okay? So let's call that January, okay? Then you go around to the other side of the car, okay? And you face away from the car. So you're now on the right side of the car and you're facing away from the car. We'll call this one June, okay? Now, empirically, are you going to see the same thing on the left side of your car in that vision as you see on the right side of your car? Or are you going to see two completely different perspectives of like whole different sky, whole different items, everything.
Forgive me. I'm gonna need you to define the analogy a bit more clearly. I don't understand. Can you?
All right.
Yep.
For
Oh,
the
here I
globe,
got
all right.
this.
Simple.
Let's clear it up a
Simple.
little bit
For the
easier.
globe model. Okay. Under the globe model. Okay. I'm assuming that's what you're defending here. You purport that the Earth
To be clear,
rotates
sorry,
around the sun.
just 1 second. I'm not
Phoenix,
defending
hold on
any
real quick.
particular globe model. I'm not
Yeah, I think
defending
you
a
missed
flat
what he
Earth. I'm
said.
not defending a globe Earth. It's just the fact of the matter.
Yeah, so the fact of the matter is you used a spherical coordinate system and then said this spherical coordinate system doesn't match your conceptual idea of a flat Earth. Just change it to a planar coordinate system, use the UTM, the same coordinate system that's used by the GIS, the same coordinate system they use to map out all the cities. Every city in the world, especially here in America, is mapped out using a planar coordinate system. That will not work on the ball.
So, Crit, I'll make it clear. When I first started talking, I spoke about how latitude, I know it's a loaded term. I know it's believed to be a circular coordinate system. But when I'm talking about it, when I use it, I'm only using it in the sense of your elevation angle to Polaris. You take the elevation angle of Polaris, that's your latitude. That's the only sense I'm using it in. I'm not using it in any sort of spherical coordinate system, any sort of planar coordinate system, just the elevation angle of Polaris.
Okay, so yeah, you have an elevation to Polaris, yeah,
and this is where my contention comes in. What I was trying to get you to look at is that according to the spherical model, okay, we're rotating around the sun, okay, and day, okay. So basically, when we make a complete revolution around the sun, that's 1 year, okay, and every point on that, the Earth spins, okay, on its axis, which is 1 day, okay. So there's a point in the year, okay, where you are during the nighttime, okay, you are facing away from the sun, okay, allegedly. And when you're looking out at the stars, you're on the opposite side of the fucking sun. So you should not be seeing a single fucking star that's the same as what you see in January. Okay? So January and June star system should be completely different. I don't care where the fuck you are in the world. And they're not. That's my contention.
That's completely untrue. Insofar as Polaris is simply the star that's directly, its geographical position is the closest to the axis of rotation of the Earth, right? So it's like straight on that axis of rotation, right? That's why it doesn't move throughout the night. It doesn't move with the rest of the stars, right? It's stationary, apparently stationary, right? You can see that at all times of the year, and that's because 0 degrees latitude, if you were sitting on the equator, I mean, you'd be looking straight at it. But actually, we can expand on that. You can't see Polaris if you go too far south, right? If you were at 45 degrees south latitude, you would not be able to see Polaris. I mean that's kind of like a little bit of evidence there, to be clear. But no, you could still see it at the Polaris specifically any time of the year.
I'm sorry, but
on the northern latitudes.
Your section of the pie at some point is going to be facing away from the sun, okay? And when your pie is facing away from the sun, you have a perspective of what you can see away from that. There's some interesting pictures there. That perspective is a limited angle that you can see, okay? You are not going to be able to see, guaranteed, okay? When you are in January, you are not going to see the same fucking stars that you would see in June if you're on the completely opposite side of a fucking giant star ball. Okay? Sorry, not happening. Right? And that's why I use the car analogy, because if you're on the left side of the car looking out, you're not going to see the same shit as when you're on the right side of the car looking out. Pretty simple.
Okay, I'll give it to you. I'll give the point to you. It doesn't really matter for the point of my argument, but I'll give it to you. You shouldn't be able to see the same stars. It doesn't really matter. But you can still see Stellaris year-round. Belay my last. That's the name of a game. You can still see Polaris year-round, right? Northern latitudes, you can see Polaris year-round. We can all agree on that. But you take your latitude, you take the distance between 2 degrees of latitude. It's not, or it is constant. It's not differing by a factor of 6 near the equator, near the poles. mean, that's what I'm talking about. We can see Polaris all year round. The distances don't match up to a flat surface.
Here, this is what you need to do.
Hold
Okay.
on. The reason this. Hold on. Stop
Okay.
a second. I'm right at the cusp here. Okay.
Yeah.
The whole premise behind this is that the reason why you can see that star all year round is because we're not flipping around to the other side of a sun. Okay, we are on a flat surface.
Well, the problem is the second part.
Okay, well, hold on real quick. So now you understand that. So you say every degree is how far?
It's roughly been measured to be about 111 kilometers per degree latitude.
Okay, so 100. So and you get 90 degrees till you hit the equator, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so that's about 9,900 kilometers.
9,999 kilometers, sure.
Or 999.
That's right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not using my brain. My bad. No, yeah, it'd be 9,999.
You think taking an
Why would it
angle
be
of elevation?
999? Where would you get the extra 99 kilometers from?
99 times 90. Belay my last. I'm just
No,
really
it's
not using my brain.
90 degrees, not 99 degrees to the equator.
Sorry. So 111 degrees times 90 degrees. So 111 kilometers times 90 degrees, right? That's 9,900.
Yeah. So if you look up Britannica tells you the distance from either pole to the equator is approximately 10,000 kilometers. Where's your missing 100 kilometers? You're missing somewhere in your model.
Approximately. That's really not that much.
100 kilometers? That's a lot of space, dude. You know how far that is?
That's essentially nothing to a factor of
100 kilometers today and tell me it's nothing. Just walk it out. Step it out.
Earth's pretty big, bro.
Yeah, but 100 kilometers is pretty big too. So you're missing somewhere. Is just missing. Like 100 kilometers of land is just missing. It's just gone.
To be clear, it isn't exactly 111 kilometers per degree latitude because the Earth isn't a perfect sphere. If it were a perfect sphere, it wouldn't have friction. It'd be a frictionless object, right? A perfect sphere doesn't exist, right? To be clear.
Well, there goes your coordinate system then.
Yeah, you sunk your own battleship here, dude. So let's go back to the planar coordinate system, which works every time. Every time it's tried. 100% of the time. It works so good that gs.gov sets up every city is mapped out to the kilometer using a planar coordinate system.
Government site? Are you sure?
Yeah, the gis.gov.
I mean, aren't those surveys sponsored by like government entities?
Okay, and that breaks your epistemology. How do you?
No, that seems like a problem for you, not for me.
No, not for me. It's not a problem for me. It's a problem for you because you have an epistemology where government is telling you the truth, right? That they're telling you the truth about space. They're telling you the truth about all these things. So now they're telling you that a planar coordinate system can map out the world completely, and they tell you that the spherical coordinate system fails, that there's missing land if you use the spherical coordinate system. Inside your epistemology, you have to now accept that this planar coordinate system is better than the spherical one. Then adjudicate as to why that is. You think the planar coordinate system is better? If
a planar coordinate system can work on a small scale because the Earth is massive, right?
Yeah, it also works on a big scale. Like I said, GIS uses this to map out like cities, like all of Manhattan, basically the whole Manhattan island.
Pretty small.
Yeah, but all the island of Manhattan is completely covered in buildings. There's not any area that isn't covered. The whole island of Manhattan, all of New York City, all of San Francisco.
You're busted. You're busted. You forgot about Central Park. Therefore, the Earth is a globe.
Oh, there's a funny thing. I know there's a meme for that where it shows Central Park is curved. Everything else is flat, and then Central Park is curved. I'll have to find that one because that came up that actually came up when I was talking to a globalist once. You know, they actually dropped that. They said, "What about Central Park? Like, are you fucking for real? Like that's gonna be you're gonna plant your flag on that?" Let me see if I can find it because it's hilarious.
So I want to make it clear that mathematically on a flat surface versus like a perfectly spherical surface, the distance like in kilometers between 0 degrees latitude and 1 degrees latitude
There
would
you
be
go,
6
bro.
times more distant than 89 degrees latitude
Bro.
to 90 degrees
Yeah,
latitude.
okay, that's great. That's great. Now, pay attention to what I'm about to say because it's very particular. What assumptions are necessary to carry that conclusion?
No assumption.
You're wrong.
Okay, what assumption?
Okay, you're basing this off of optically derived angles to Polaris, correct?
The elevation angle of Polaris. That's correct.
Right. So that's assuming at
It assumes
least
nothing.
straight ray. You're wrong. Okay, so I'm in the middle of the sentence telling you what it's going to assume. So what you should do is wait till I'm done, and then you can rebut me rather than just interrupt right in the middle.
All right, very well.
Correct? Yeah, there you go. So it assumes straight ray lines of sight to the object in question, and that it is indeed an object that is in the location that that straight ray would arrive at. That is at least two assumptions. Okay? At least two. The fact that you said it requires no assumptions shows that you haven't thought it out.
And that it's the same object.
Correct. There's many assumptions involved in there. Okay? So, for example, you don't do angles of elevation to stars below certain degrees because they're not accurate. Because of why? Well, the claim is because of light distortion, right? So you assume that once you get up beyond a certain degree of elevation, that the object now is a straight ray. Like when you're looking at it, you could chart out a ray from your eye directly to the object, and the object would be along that ray. Okay, that's an assumption. Now, it may be a rational assumption, but nevertheless, it's an assumption because nobody has been to the object in question to validate its location in free space, period. So the fact that you can open your mouth and interrupt me and say there's zero assumptions, okay? So what you have is you have a thing that's an assertion that is based on assumptions. So you have an ass and an ass, which means you're biased.
Okay, so the reason I said that there's no assumptions is because, insofar as taking the elevation of a star, we only care that the star is a point of light that's stationary throughout the night. We don't care if the rays from that star are parallel or if they're divergent. I don't care where it is. All I care is that it's stationary throughout the night. It's a reference point, and I can use it a point above the horizon, essentially, right? I mean,
It has to
yes,
be.
you're right
Dude,
insofar as atmospheric
You're
refraction could bend the light
yeah,
because
you got it. There you
refraction
go.
is certainly a thing, and you can account for refraction by simply taking the measurement multiple times. You take it one night, you take it another night, you take it one time of the year, you take it another time of the year, and then essentially you take the average, and you've basically accounted for refraction because assuming you take
Right.
it throughout every time of the refraction of the light. I mean, but so insofar, I mean, we only care that it's a point of light and stationary. I don't care any other factor.
Yeah, you
no,
only care that once you make your constant assumptions that you roll with them. I understand.
no one is
Okay.
measuring angles of elevation below 20 degrees. That you're not going to get an accurate measurement. So when you say 0 to 90, you should really change that to more like 25 to 90 or something.
Well, the factor would mathematically would still be like 4.5 times greater than at 20 degrees than at the polar latitudes. I mean, it doesn't really.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up, man?
I'm fine, buddy. How about you?
I'm alright. Just need
Yeah.
more coffee. What do you believe, the shape?
Uh, should I talk about the like voice topic? I just kind of joined this server like 1 minute ago, so.
Yeah. What shape of the earth do you think?
All right, okay. I guess. I mean, I believe that Earth is not flat.
You believe it's not flat.
Yeah, certainly.
Now, how did you come to that?
By thinking, I guess.
What were you thinking about? Can you explain? Because I want to think as
Let
well.
me guess. You believe? I'm sorry. You believe that Earth is flat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I always wanted to hear some
Let's talk
reason.
about it.
From Yeah, exactly. And I always wanted a logical debate on it. I always wanted the chill guy to talk about it. So can you just go on it, like why you think like that,
Well, no,
and I
no,
can
no.
maybe.
It's you first, right? So burden of proof is on you.
I mean,
And you're
come
making a
on. I
claim
just
that it's not flat.
nah, late, buddy. I just came up here. Let's be fair. So you just go first. I go then.
Oh, it's almost
Okay.
like I'm just curious what convinced you that it was a globe because
Okay.
it feels like it's not moving to me. So I was just wondering what was it that convinced you?
So, okay, one part
Yeah.
part by part. So the first thing that you said is that you feel like you don't feel the moving. If it's like circular or like you don't feel the moving, right?
Well, do you?
No. Okay. So no. I'm asking. I'm asking. Don't care about me. I'm asking. So you think that one of the reason might be that we don't feel the moving, right?
Well, I don't think anyone does. So
No, you're
It's not
right.
the
You're
main
right. No,
reason,
no,
though.
no.
No, that's
Yes,
not
yes.
like
But
it's
I'm
not really
just
a
saying.
that's
I'm
reason.
just
It's
just
saying.
just
it's a
I'm
good
just saying that.
observation. It's a good but I mean it
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm just
really
saying. I'm just saying.
like end the
Like,
argument.
if you know, if you research about it, like from physics side, you will figure out that I'm just only talking about this movement thing. Like
yeah.
feeling
Okay.
the
Hmm.
movement. If you research about it, like on physics side, I'm not going to go for it right now because I do not have enough knowledge about it in physics. But I'll research about it and I DM you later. So if you go for it and
No, that's
research about
fair.
it,
I was
yeah,
just
you
using it as
understand.
I was just using it as like a
Yes.
jumping off point, like saying,
Yeah, you're right.
fresh into
You're
the
right.
world,
You're right.
fresh into the world. We all feel
Yeah, I
that
know.
way.
I know. You're
And
right.
so I was wondering
Yes.
what convinced you, like what convinced you, because I'm on the
Yes.
fence.
Yes. So I'm just saying that this reason, not going to be reasonable because there's like answers for it in physics. Why we don't feel the movement? Why we don't feel the speed? If Earth is moving in orbit with some high speed.
So
So
what
yes.
convinced you to defy your experience?
Uh, of like why Earth is like not flat? Are you talking about that? Why I do believe that?
Right.
So why you think that it's moving?
Because they told us that it's moving. We're studying physics, so
They told
it's
us.
Do you just
yeah,
do you believe
exactly. They
everything?
told us exactly.
Yeah, but
They told us
Yeah.
because we
right,
never
right,
we never went out, right, my friend? They just
exactly,
told us, and we can't just believe what they told us. So
correct.
it's It's like
Yeah.
so we're studying physics. Like let me tell you something. I'm right now studying calculus and geometry because I have exam tomorrow. So all these physics calculation and formulas and studying it, they are all just by considering that Earth is not flat and whatever they told us. So you know what I'm saying? Like we just believe what they say. We just do what I say. So,
I mean, that's a choice, I suppose, but it's one that I
yes.
have a hard time with. Because
You
if I
don't
believed
think they
everything I was
lie in
told, I mean,
other areas?
You can study it hard.
You don't think the
Yeah,
government is lying at
but
all?
not right now. No, seriously, buddy.
They're
I'm too
just lying
lazy to
about
search.
everything but this topic.
Yes, yes, you're right. No, seriously, Marvis,
Mm.
I'm really lazy to go and search it right now. Don't make me do that. But I'll do that later. I don't know.
You should
One
question
day
what
you'll
they're
have to
trying to
tackle it.
feed you on the curriculum, bro, as you're going along, and
Mhm.
critically think for yourself. Don't let
Yeah,
them think for you.
you can put it off, but one day you'll have
Yes.
to tackle it.
Okay. The point is, if we're going to believe that Earth is like flat, we're gonna face with a lot of problems, like a
Well, let me
lot,
stop you
lot.
there. It's not really
What?
belief. It's not really belief. That's the thing.
Oh, so you're sure that Earth is like flat?
Well, I'm sure that it's not with the version that they tell us. That's what I'm sure of. I mean, that's pretty
Okay,
provable.
so now you're talking about being sure. I really want to know
Yeah,
how you just uh, got that feeling that you're completely sure that it's not the version that they're telling.
because I can't find any curvature, or I can't find any proof of how they measured it, or
So the proof on internet and the proof that they told us and everything, pictures, videos, articles, they're not enough. I'm just
is
saying.
that does that
I'm
is
not
that
discussing.
do those things count as scientific evidence? Articles?
So what can count as a scientific evidence? Like if we're not going to believe whatever they say, and if we're going to say that they're not true, what we can believe.
No, like actual measurement, like actually out there on the field. You know,
No, I didn't say that internet is proof, buddy. I didn't say that internet is proof. I'm saying that if we're not going to count internet evidences, if we're not going to count NASA's article, if we're not going to count pictures and videos and medias and everything, and if you cannot trust them, what we can trust. So what? No,
you're.
no, you tell me.
I mean, you can go
We can
measure.
trust reality.
So
We can just
how
trust
do you?
reality.
Okay, we can trust. Okay, we can trust reality. So how you think that reality is Earth is not
Well,
flat?
okay.
Do you
So
know
the
what
globe
is
is a
fear?
claim of
Do you know what is
specificity.
fear? Do you know what is fear?
Yeah, I know.
That doesn't exist in reality.
What is the relation between flat? Okay, go ahead.
If you have sphere, you don't have flat spots on the sphere.
Okay. You're
Yeah,
okay. Okay,
yeah. And then
yeah, okay.
now we go to reality and we find out many flat spots.
Okay. I believe you. You're right. Whisper Jack, you were saying something. Go ahead.
I'm telling you, there is no sphere in reality.
I'm just saying. Yeah, they make a very specific claim about how large, how big the diameter is of the Earth, and what it should look like, where the curve should be, and by every measure that I've seen,
No,
no one
I'm
can find
fine,
it.
buddy. I'm fine. I'm fine.
That's
But
why I
the
asked
point
you,
is,
Meg. Maybe
no.
you could
The
help
point
me.
is, no. The point is, we're talking about what we believe and what is true.
No.
But no. The point is,
No,
I'm
you're talking about
saying,
what you believe.
look. Imagine that I'm not getting it. Okay. Imagine that you guys are getting it, but I'm not getting it. Okay. So tell
That's the
me,
truth.
I'm going to okay, I'm going on internet. Okay, I believe something on internet. Okay, I might be stupid or whatever. I believe internet. I believe medias. I believe. Okay, so it sounds like it's stupid, right? Because they're not true. They just telling us that, right? So I'm just wonder to know how we gonna make sure
I
that
just told you.
no, this is not reasonable, my friend. It's not reasonable.
Go measure it.
How, buddy? How?
Well,
Internet
there's a
is
flat
fake.
Earth.
So
There's a curvature calculator.
okay.
So go see how far you can. Go see how far you can see. I mean, it's
So
that
are you
simple.
saying?
Okay.
So that's a good point. So you're saying we can trust the math, right?
No, I'm not. I'm saying generally.
No,
No.
not
Before that.
you, not you.
Yeah. I
I'm
trust the
saying
math. I
there's a
trust the math.
claim made.
I trust
There's
the
a
math.
claim
We
made.
can
Yeah,
talk about.
no, the guy that was just speaking before, you're
Yeah.
saying go do the calculus. So you trust the math, right? You say we can trust
Okay.
that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
No,
I trust the math. I trust them. Oh, are you talking to him? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm talking to him.
I
So
don't know
you're
what you
saying to
mean
trust
by
the math.
trust the math. I guess I don't know what you mean by
What
trusting the math.
you're saying there's a curvature calculator. Go see how far you can look. So you're saying we can trust the math, right? Is that what you're saying?
He's
Are
saying
you?
that's something that should be You can falsify it. Yeah, he's not saying it's
Yeah,
accurate.
yeah, exactly. So
I'm saying
the false
using that system, using whatever system you want to use, measure it however you want to measure it, whatever
yeah,
system you trust.
that's math. But that's
Okay.
that system that you're using. So you're saying we can't trust math, and that's a way to verify whether Earth is flat or not.
Exactly.
No, I didn't say
Is
that.
that what
No,
you're saying?
thanks for that
I
first
didn't mention
curvature,
math.
detail. Whatever.
Well,
I'm just
you're
saying another.
saying you're using a curvature calculator. That's math, my guy.
Well, it's just that's what they call it.
Okay,
A
but that's
curvature
math.
calculator. You're
But
not.
that's math. So you don't even
Okay.
trust math, is what you're
So
saying.
yeah,
You don't even trust
exactly.
math.
I don't see
even
what that
trust
has to
math.
do with it.
Well, this
Nah,
does because
Okay,
So you're
let's go
saying
make
that
up
you
your
just
own system. Whatever system you want of measurement, whatever you can come up with to measure it, right? Whatever works
okay.
for
You know what? You know what?
go measure
Give me a
it.
second. Okay, buddy, give me a second.
No,
Teos,
I'm
I
not.
literally Teos, I literally said, okay, I literally said internet is proof. Okay, you imagine that. I literally said internet is proof. So I'm saying that whatever is on internet is gonna be true. Okay, I'm a stupid. Okay, you're saying that we should not believe media and whatever they say on internet, right? So what are the evidence of Earth is not flat, my friend? I'm saying that, okay, I'm a stupid.
That's what I
I'm
asked
going.
you.
No,
I asked
look.
you what
No,
I
look.
asked you
I
what
go on
evidence you
internet.
have.
I go on internet. I search Earth is flat or not. Internet will answer that Earth is not flat. I'm a stupid. I believe it. But how you guys think that it's not flat?
I just told you.
Without no evidence on internet. You're talking about
So-
mass. You're talking about mass. But you said that you don't believe
Does
math.
that have to do with anything? I didn't say that. I don't believe math. What are you talking
Dude.
about?
He doesn't believe in math. Look,
Oh, I
look,
don't.
at least.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, look. I mean, you have to not.
I mean,
Like,
if you want to
here's-
say that you want to tell me what I believe and then try to attack
I've
me, go ahead.
repeated I've repeatedly asked you if you believe in math, and you wouldn't
Did
answer
I
the
say
question.
no? Did I say no?
Do you believe in math?
Did you say yes?
I don't know
Did
what
you
the
said
fuck
yes?
that means.
Do you trust math?
All math everywhere, bad math, good math. Do I
What are
trust
you
all
really
of it? I mean, what are you
thinking
talking
about
about?
it? You're
Math.
really thinking about it.
Do you trust